As the snow melts and the spring weather brings the life back to eastern Idaho, the baseball and softball teams in red and black take the field, hoping to rejuvenate their chances of a state championship. The seeds of success were planted last year. Likewise, the coaches begin taking the time to groom their athletes into the champions they could become. Spring in Caribou County is here, and so are the diamonds in the rough. Welcome to Cardinal Baseball and Softball on KBRV The Bear, where the voice of Caribou County, Caleb Burgraff, walks you through the field of talented youth all season long over the air and on the web at mylocalradio.com. This season of Cardinal Athletics is brought to you by Monsanto, Silver Star Communications, Hunsaker Ford, and by Cook Brothers Broadcasting. Now let's head to the field as the Redbirds look to take flight and earn a spot in this year's championships on your home for Caribou County and Soda Springs Athletics, KBRV 800 AM, and online at mylocalradio.com.
The rain is falling in eastern Idaho, but here in Firth, Idaho, it is a weatherless day. Well, there are clouds overhead, but the rain has held off for the time being. It's not supposed to show up till about 7 or 8. And with that, we welcome you out to the home of the Firth Cougars. The Lady Cardinals getting set to take on the Cougars for the first time out of 2 games they'll have this season. And with that, we have a pregame show lined up to get you ready for this one. We'll start off with our standout student, Chris Walker, as he's a senior over at Soda Springs High School. Junior Haley Ledbetter will be joining us as well on our pregame show, all on KBRV The Co-op and online with our live video stream at mylocalradio.com.
Caleb Burgraff here with Chris Walker, who is a senior at Soda Springs High School. And Chris, first of all, how's the senior year gone now that you're a couple months away from being done?
It's pretty good. It's really busy, but it's going good so far.
When you think about the senior year, it's when everything starts to kind of culminate and you start to really see the end of the tunnel. What are some of the things that have really been memory makers for you this year? Some of the things that are going to stick with you?
Doing high school sports and in clubs, those are memories which will stick with me for a while.
You kept yourself pretty busy as far as clubs are concerned in sports, track and field going on right now, obviously, and then you were a big part of Nerd Bowl, and then also you're part of the orchestra in town. What makes you and drives you to be a part of all that and be so involved?
I think it's really fun. I've always loved instruments and things like that. My family's pretty big into that.
Now, obviously the extracurricular stuff is one part of it, but the classes are the biggest part, the biggest reason you're in high school. What are some of your favorite subjects that you've taken this year?
My favorite one, for sure, is statistics. It's been really interesting so far. I like McMurray as a teacher. He teaches it really well.
Are there any other courses that you really get into, or has math really been the highlight of what you really enjoy getting into?
I've also taken a online forensic science class, and I think that's really interesting. There's a lot of busy work, but I think it'd be a cool field to go into someday.
Who are some of the teachers that you really have enjoyed? You said McMurray. Are there any other teachers that you've really seen stand out to you?
I've liked Mr. Jensen as a teacher, too, and Mrs. Jones, or Miss Jones, I guess.
What do you look for in a teacher, especially with college or the higher education coming up next? What are some of the things that you look for in teachers or professors that make a good learning environment for you?
I really do like the teachers who are interested in their own subject, who don't just hand out busy work and say kind of do it, but who really try to teach and help you understand.
When you talk about busy work, it's not necessarily busy work, but it's one of the newer things that's been added to high school, the senior project. You just got done with yours actually today. What did you do, and what were some of the things that you took away from it?
For my project, I installed a sprinkler system for the Soda Springs Public Library.
What made you want to do that, and what were some of the takeaways?
I thought it was pretty interesting. It helped me learn more about how things work and how sprinkler systems work, and it was kind of a hard project, lots of hard work, and helps me develop that.
When you think about hard work, going on to the next steps is always going to be hard work, and it's always going to take that extra devotion, and you got to get into something that you enjoy. What is the next step? Have you given thought to that yet?
I'm wanting to attend college at Utah State University and going into a field of engineering of some kind, probably aerospace engineering.
What made you want to go there? Or not to the school, but to that subject? What's aerospace engineering got that you really have fallen in love with?
I'm just really interested in how things work, as I said earlier. And I really like math and science, and that'll help me out a lot with that.
Taking one last step back here to Soda Springs High School, what makes coming here fun? What's made the 4 years that you've spent here enjoyable?
Being almost done has been great, and my friends, it's been fun hanging out with them for one last year.
Well, Chris, we appreciate you talking with us, and good luck as you move on into that career, and hopefully you're going to enjoy yourself as you continue to move on.
All right, thank you.
Big thanks to Chris Walker, and unfortunately we got to cut things a little bit short in our pregame show, so we're going to jump right into our chat with Haley Ledbetter, a junior for the Lady Cardinals, playing first base and batting second in the order today, as we jump into her conversation that we had on KBRV, the co-op.
Caleb Bergraff joined here with Haley Ledbetter, who is one of the juniors on the Soda Springs softball team. And Haley, first of all, 5-4-1 so far in the season. How have you felt this year, along with the rest of the girls? How have you felt the season's been going?
I felt a huge change from last season. We are come together a lot as a team. It feels more of a team environment, and we're taking wins, and it feels really good this season.
You guys came off of a successful trip over to Glens Ferry. You got shelled a little bit by Wells, Nevada, but that's a team that was really taking down almost everybody there at the Glens Ferry tournament. A couple of mistakes against Glens Ferry in that game, but overall, do you feel like that was something this team can build on?
Yeah, that tournament was a great experience because we learned a lot of different techniques and what we have to do when we are in those tough situations against Wells. They were a good learning experience of what not to do.
You guys came back from that game, unfortunately, against Preston. While the offense played pretty well, the defense had one scuffling inning. What happened in that game, and how do you guys pick up from that one and move on?
We just kept getting error after error. We let one little error go to our head, and then it just all tumbled down that one inning. Other than that, the whole game was pretty good. We were competing well against Preston, which is really good for us since they're a 4A and we're a 2A.
You guys were putting up runs in that. And that's one of the big things that I've noticed with the team this year is you're taking advantage, it seems, of the runs and the opportunities to score runs where on the field. How much has that helped build confidence for the team?
It's boosted our confidence a lot. We're a lot more aggressive on base running, so then we're starting to get more runs in, and we're a lot more aggressive on bats too. Anything close we're swinging if we got two on us, and that's helped a lot with our coaches this year.
What's one of the big things that you guys have been working on this year when it comes to practices and in the field?
We're practicing on a lot of bunting. Last year we didn't do as much bunting, but this year bunting wins games, so we're practicing more on that.
For you, you've had to change your role on the team a little bit, going from being a catcher over to first base. Have you liked that change? Have you liked the new look at things?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like being out in the field and seeing everything, and I feel just as important out there as I did with catching.
What are some of the things that you've been working on over at first base for your game individually? Is there anything that you've really been struggling with there or felt comfortable with?
I need to make sure that I get off the bag and go for a ball instead of just staying on the bag. It's something I still am working on, but it's getting better every day. This
week is a busy week. Firth to open things up, then you guys get Bear Lake as your first taste of district play, and Snake River wraps up the weekend. Are you excited for this week now that you guys actually have that district game on the horizon? Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm excited for Bear Lake to see us this year. Most people in our district don't think Soda's a competitor, but this year we're going to be a good competitor, so I'm excited for them to get a taste of Soda. Is it good to have the first game ahead of that, though, to kind of get the taste of Preston out of the mouth? Yeah, it'll be a good game just to get us back in the flow of things right before Bear Lake, and we'll practice against Firth, and then we'll go and win against Bear Lake. Haley, thank you so much for the time, and good luck as you guys get ready for some more games this week.
That was Haley Ledbetter joining us on the pregame show. We're going to take a quick break and come back after this on KBRV, the co-op, and online with our live video stream at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Arctic Circle of Soda Springs, where you can get burgers made from premium Black Angus beef, as well as fries and onion rings with their delicious fry sauce. Be sure to top it all off with a soft serve cone piled high and dipped with their delicious chocolate topping.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno-flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone. Food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
Caribou County Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by Bear Lake Dental, where their commitment is to provide you with the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle, efficient, and professional manner. Call 208-847-0153 to schedule your appointment with Bear Lake Dental.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
This production of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by London Drug and Grace, your good neighbor pharmacy, locally owned, locally loved.
Welcome back out to Firth, Idaho on KBRV, the co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com as Lady Cardinals getting set to take to the field and take to the bats at the start of today's game. They're the road team here in Firth as the Cougars in their gray home uniforms, white numbers, blue highlights with Cougars written across the front, will be taking to the field first. We'll look at the starting lineup for the Cardinals in a moment, but first let's take a look at the Cougars in the field. Number 15, Kelsey Cardenas, is the starting pitcher for the Cougars. Where's the number 15, as I said? Her battery mate is Michaela Park behind home plate. And as Cooper Evans steps into the right-handed batter's box, we'll continue to fill things out as we go. Evans' first pitch swung on, chopped right back to the pitcher's circle, and a throw over to first base by Cardenas records the out. And the inning is off to an unceremonious start for the Cardinals, a 1-3 putout on the first pitch, and Haley Ledbetter, newly into the number 2 position for the Cardinals batting order, will step in to the right-handed side. Haley definitely has been improving in terms of her game, and the Cardinals will be hoping that she can get this inning going as the first pitch ends up hitting her. And so 2 pitches in, Kelsey Cardenas has a hit batter as well as a ground out. So things are either hot or cold for her to start things off, as Cardenas will again wind fire one upstairs to Taylor Myers, who gets ahead in the count 1-0. Rest of the infield around Cardenas. First base is Kate Leslie. Second base, Macy Adams. It's a pitch at the knees, taken low, and the count goes to 2-0. Third base is Emily Vasquez, and the shortstop is Lexi Tucker for the Firth Cougars. In the outfield, as Cardenas fires high and upstairs, the count going to 3-0 on Taylor Myers. Left field, Kylie Barker. Center field, Bailey Mallard, and the right fielder is Bailey Steele. Those are your 9 in the field for the Firth Cougars, who are lined up. Shallow depth on the infield as a pitch inside is ball forward to Taylor Myers, and with no hits, the Cardinals have runners on first and second. Just 6 pitches into this game. A walk, a hit batsman, all that following a ground out by the Cougars leadoff hitter, and Cooper Evans brings up Hallie Evans, who takes a first pitch strike from Cardenas. Cleanup batter for the Cardinals, number 4 hitter. Morgan Wood being moved down. She is the number 5 hitter in the order for the Cardinals, as Evans chops one off of her front leg. That's a foul ball, and the count goes to 0-2. Allie Schwartz will be batting behind Morgan Wood in the 6th spot. Cheyenne Daniels, playing second base today, will be in the 7-hole. Cheyenne Dominguez bats 8th, the designated player today, and Alicia Delaware is in right field for the Lady Cardinals. A couple of changes defensively for Soda as this ball lofted into left field. That's got some carry to it, but drifting back and putting it away is Kylie Barker for out number 2. A well-struck ball, but almost right to the left fielder, who was able to drift back and put it away. Cardinals, runners on first and second, 2 outs, top of the first inning on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. By the way, the walk to Taylor Myers brought to you by Davis Repair, your equipment and diesel specialist in Soda Springs. Morgan Wood steps in, looking to keep the inning going. First pitch to her, taken for a ball, and the count goes to 1-0. Morgan has been becoming more and more patient at the plate. Patience would be a good thing here. Loads the bases for the Cardinals, although a base hit should bring home a run as she takes a pitch for a strike over the heart of the plate, and the count goes to 1-1. Myers stands at first base, Ledbetter at second after she was hit by a pitch. Infield brought in for the Cougars as they're awaiting a bunt. Instead, it's going to be a lace shot into center field. That's going to drop and get past the center fielder. 1 run will score for the Cardinals. Myers on her horse. Taylor will come across and score as well. It's an RBI double by Morgan Wood, and it scores 2 as Soda Springs jumps up to a 2-0 lead after the top of the first inning. Still batters to go as Allie Schwartz will step into the right-handed batter's box and await her first chance at taking some shots at Cardenas. 2 runs already, a well-struck ball by Morgan Wood into left center field, and it got past the glove of the center fielder Bailey Mallard. Substitution already, as number 9 is subbed into the game and is playing center field now. And that is Haley McNeely in the center field position for the Cougars. She replaces Bailey Mallard, as Allie Schultz will step in after that bit of paperwork taken care of. Pitch to the plate, inside and low, misses, and the count goes to 1-0 as Allie Schultz gets ahead of the count. Allie playing center field for the Cardinals, being moved over from her left field position to center field. Crouches front of the box, left foot toe in the chalk on the front side of the box, and she's early on a pitch away, and the count goes to 1-1. Morgan Wood, speed at second base, would be able to score on a ball into the outfield almost anywhere, especially running with 2 outs. Schwartz with a good bat for contact, also a decent eye at the plate. Started out higher in the lineup this year, slowly has shifted down until she finds herself in the 6th spot in the order right now, and this is going to help as she laces one to left field, but it's right to the left fielder Kylie Barker once again as the lineout costs the Cardinals, and the score will have to stay at 2-0. Cardinals still leading with a pair of runs on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard, the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard on KBRV, the Co-op, and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, SilverStar makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose SilverStar. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
Welcome back out to Firth, Idaho. Cardinals taken to the field for the first time today as the bottom of the first inning approaching. Let's take a look at the Cardinals in the field. As I said, there are some changes. One place that hasn't changed, the starting battery. Hallie Evans will be doing the hurling, and behind home plate, Cooper Evans in the leadoff spot for the Cardinals in the order is doing the catching. First base is still Haley Ledbetter. Second base, Cheyenne Daniels is making the move from third over to second. At shortstop, Taylor Myers resumes play in her normal position. And at third base, Haley Downs, while not in the batting order, is going to be in the field playing defense for the Cardinals at third base. Cheyenne Dominguez doing the DPing for her. Outfield, right field will be Alicia Delaware. Allie Schwartz plays in center, and in left field you will find Morgan Wood patrolling at the deep corner. For the poll for most right-handed hitters, and it's a right-handed hitter to start things off, Lexi Tucker, the starting shortstop for the Cougars, strides in looking to get things started. Cougars 4-5 on the season coming into this, couple of rainouts. As the first pitch, a strike at the letters to Lexi Tucker has Hallie Evans ahead in the count 0-1. Firth has played quite a few upper-level schools. In fact, Bonneville, Sugar Salem, Teton. There's another pitch from the outside corner, finds the zone for a strike. Count goes to 0-2. Hallie Evans looking good, looking dialed in early on in the first inning of this game. Bottom of the first, 2-0. The Cardinals lead, and at least for one out, that's going to remain that way as the ball thrown by Lexi Tucker sends her down on 3 straight pitches, and Hallie Evans has herself her first strikeout of the ballgame. Pitch up and in has Emily Vasquez bending out of the way as she takes her first pitch. The third baseman for the Cougars steps in. Where's the number 12? underneath the Cougar logo as she'll swing at a pitch downstairs in the dirt, and the count goes to 1-1. Evans back in front. She'll take a deep breath, winds, fires. This ball chopped over towards short, gets over the head of Taylor Myers into shallow left field. That drops down for a single, and on a 1-1 pitch, Emily Vasquez able to straighten out a previous swing that looked wild and is able to center it up onto the ball and laces one just off the end of the bat into right field. Resets the count for Kylie Barker. The left fielder steps in. She made 2 of those early outs, and here bounces one to third. Up with it, down, throws to second. Nobody covering the bag, though. It's an infield single, and with 1 out, runners on first and second develop for the Firth Cougars, looking a lot like the first inning for the Cardinals, although a different situation. Ends up having to go as a single, as no mistake really was made on the play. The runners on first and second. Kelsey Cardenas steps up. The pitcher looking to aid her own cause as the pitch bounced to the plate. Skips in front of Cooper Evans, and the count goes to 1-0. Leslie stands on deck, the first baseman for the Cougars. Speed on second. As a pitch behind the batter, Cardenas has her ahead in the count, 2-0. Hallie Evans needing to regain her composure in the pitching circle. Wipes the right hand on the thigh of her uniform pants. Winds, fires, and the pitch swung on and missed. Count goes to 2-1 as Cardenas sees the first strike on the count against her tallied up. 2-0 Cardinals leading Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. A pair of runs brought to you by Ricky Wood and Gate City Real Estate. Brought in by the young Wood, freshman Morgan Wood. As a pitch upstairs misses, count goes to 3-1. As Hallie Evans, trying to avoid loading the bases, needs to find the strike zone here. First and second on a pair of singles for the Cougars. Pitch to the plate on 3-1. Just inside and ball 4. Cardenas earns the walk, and it does load the bases, and the Cougars all of a sudden, after giving up 2 runs to the Cardinals, look like they could be in a position to get those runs right back as Kate Leslie, with the bases packed full of Cougars, looking to clear the den. Pinch runner will come out onto the field. That is Maddie Tucker, small freshman. Stands off of first base, or stands on first base with the left foot. As a pitch in the dirt. Good block again by Coop behind the plate. Cooper Evans continues to play well behind home plate. Hasn't let a ball get past her yet, although not a ton of them have necessarily been out of the zone. Evans winds. Hallie fires to the plate. This one chopped foul over by the third base line, and everyone will have to retreat to their positions. Hurts the Cardinals a little bit. Emily Vasquez might have been thrown out at the plate by Haley Downs. As the count goes instead just to 1-1 on Kate Leslie, and she'll have another chance. 13 pitches here in this first inning for Evans. No concern, although, again, you don't want this to spiral out of control. Firth Cougars, a team that's lost already to West Side. It's a pitch upstairs and in to Leslie, misses, and the count goes to 2-1. The West Side game ended up being a 10-run game. I believe 12-2 the final score of that one. Also have played Malad and lost to Malad. The pitch downstairs and away is ball number 3. Leslie mistakenly thought it was ball 4. She fouled off one of those pitches, though, and she'll jog back to home plate, and we'll try it again. 3-1 count.
Go get her, 3.
Evans needing to find the zone as Hallie licks the hand, steps up to the rubber after wiping it off, and now rocks and fires. Pitch to the plate, popped up, foul through the trees and into the property door left. And the count goes full, 3-2. Important pitch for Hallie here to try and find that strike zone again. You got to get consistency for yourself. You got to build confidence for yourself, and you don't want to walk in a run. At the very least, make them put the ball in play to score that run from third base. 2-0 Cardinals leading. Bases full of Cougars, though, as another foul ball sent over to the far side. Kicks off of another tree and rolls into the debris on the far side, and the count remains 3-2. Infield in for the Cardinals, looking for a double play. Kate Leslie at first base. The first baseman for the Cougars, I should say, swings, pops one up. Foul territory to the left is called by Downs, who can't make the grab. That's going to go as an error on Downs. Unfortunately, as it keeps the out from being recorded, it went off of her glove, one that she needed to make a grab on. Unfortunately, she didn't, and we'll see a 3-2 pitch once again. 3 straight foul balls coming from Kate Leslie. She's seen 7 pitches from Hallie Evans. Hallie winds, fires again. This pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat, Hallie Evans gets her second punch out of the inning, and Michaela Parker steps to the plate. Another right-hander for the Cougars. Michaela Park, the catcher, with an opportunity, the last chance to try and bring some runs home for the Cougars. Pitch to the plate, gets away from Cooper Evans, runner coming home, scoop to the plate, gets away from Hallie Evans, and the run slides across safely. No RBI, everybody moves up, but it is a run scored against Hallie Evans. First run of the game comes on that opening single with 1 out. Cooper Evans had been doing good behind the plate up to then. First pass ball of the game. Unfortunately for her, it's a costly one as it comes with the runner over at third base. As the umpire cleans off home plate. Nice level of topsoil here. Talking with the coaching staff for Firth. Wanted the topsoil. They brought in some rocks and pebbles with it as well, though. And that was something that they're still working on clearing out. As a pitch upstairs misses and the count goes to 2-0 to Park. Second and third, 2 outs, bottom of the first inning, and a 2-1 lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard for the Cardinals. We'd have that up for you on a smaller camera as that pitch catches the zone for a strike and the count goes to 2-1, but they do not have a scoreboard here at Firth High School. Another thing that they were talking about in the dugout while I was there is trying to get one, as there were some boosters around talking about the purchasing of a scoreboard for the Cougars. Pitch upstairs, misses, count goes to 3-1. Still at second and third. Kylie Barker, the left fielder, off of third base. Kelsey Cardenas, the pitcher, off of second as Evans to the plate. Gets a slow roller back to herself. Fields it cleanly, throws to first, and the out is recorded. Cardinals continue to hold a 2-1 lead, but Firth cuts into it as we head to the top of the second inning on KBRV The Co-op and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Arctic Circle of Soda Springs, where you can get burgers made from premium Black Angus beef, as well as fries and onion rings with their delicious fry sauce. Be sure to top it all off with a soft serve cone piled high and dipped with their delicious chocolate topping.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Heading to the top of the second inning, Cardinals leading the Firth Cougars 2-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Both of those runs coming via a double by Morgan Wood to left center field. The ball was mishandled by the original center fielder, Bailey Mallard, and she was replaced after that. Haley McNeely now out in center field. We'll see her leading off the next inning, I believe. As out on the mound, Cardenas continues her warm-up pitches, continues to get herself ready for the bottom of the order for the Cardinals. Cheyenne Daniels, Cheyenne Dominguez, and Alicia Delaware will be the scheduled 3 for the Cardinals, looking to flip things over and get the offense back in gear. And Daniels, another much improved offensive player for the Cardinals, will be the first one to stride to the right-handed box. All right-handers for the Cardinals in their order. Not a single lefty taken to the plate. Cardenas looks in. Right-hander rocks, winds, fires in the first pitch. Strike at the knees. Greets Cheyenne Daniels at the plate. Cardenas only 16 pitches in now after that delivery. Holds the ball tightly in her right hand. Grips the black glove between her legs before throwing it to the left side of her left leg. And this sees a line drive to left field for a single for Cheyenne Daniels. Went straight through the shortstop and third base. And the second hit of the game for the Cardinals puts a runner at first base. Big chance for them to build that lead back up. Already up 2-1 on Firth as Cheyenne Dominguez will step in. The two Cheyennes. Dominguez spelled with an S. Daniels spelled with a C. As the pitch to the plate upstairs, bunt was shown. Nobody goes, and count just goes to 1-0. Cardinals playing a little bit of small ball. Alicia De La Huera stands in the on-deck circle. Speed there. Decent speed in both of the batters and the runner in the field. As the runner will go this time. Cheyenne Daniels sliding, but cut down. No! Yes, they will say out as a late. It looked like at first he signaled safe and then made the late signal for out. So the out is recorded as Cheyenne Daniels cut down trying to steal a base. The pitch was a ball upstairs, I believe, and the count goes to 2-0. So Dominguez now bats with one out after the stolen base. Cut down. Daniels couldn't quite get there in time, couldn't get under the tag as a pitch to the plate taken inside. The count, I believe, to 3-0 now to Cheyenne Dominguez. Pitch upstairs. And excuse me, the count does go to 3-1. So the two pitches previous had been a strike, 3-1 count. And the pitch taken on the inside for a strike, and the count goes full as Cheyenne Dominguez needing to do a little bit of extra work to get herself on base. 5 pitches into this at-bat. Pitch to the plate, popped up foul to the near side. It's going to bounce out or reach to the catcher, and the count will remain at 3-2. We'll see how long this battle goes on between Dominguez and Cardenas, the pitcher on the mound or in the circle, I should say, for the Firth Cougars. Cardenas already has a base knock, has reached base in the game and helped their team out along in that way to load the bases up. That helped a pass ball score a run. Here's the line drive to left field. Softly hit, but it bounces down in front of the left fielder, Kylie Barker, and the Cardinals continuing to take advantage of that left field side, and back-to-back hits now for the Cardinals to start the inning. Unfortunately, only one runner on as Cheyenne Daniels was cut down trying to steal second base. Brings up Alicia De La Huera. Number 9 batter in the order for the Cardinals. Behind her, Cooper Evans will look to see the lineup flipped over for her. She grounded out to the pitcher her first time up as De La Huera jabs at a pitch that was outside. The count goes to 0-1 to De La Huera. Dominguez stands at first base. Again, decent speed. As Alicia De La Huera, we'll see if they keep the bunt on forward. Does show bunt early, pulls it back as that's a ball. It gets past the catcher, and the work is done for the Cardinals by the Cougars. And up on the pass ball, Cheyenne Dominguez gets to second base. Runner in scoring position now for the Soda Springs Cardinals with one out. Doesn't go as a stolen base, but we'll give you the shout out anyways. MySpace Storage bringing you all stolen bases today. Call them at 208-547-4774. De La Huera looks out, 1-1 pitch, bounces again, but the catcher keeps it in front of her this time as Michaela Park able to hold on to the yellow ball that bounces around. Count goes to 2-1 to Alicia De La Huera. Trying to bring home that run and make up for the one given up in the bottom of the frame. Pitch catches the knees. That moves it to a 2-2 count to De La Huera. Now she'll have to try and buckle down and keep this at-bat going. Get the ball in play or fight it off to see another pitch. Pit 2-2. Upstairs to De La Huera, taken for a ball, and for the second straight batter, the count goes full. Cheyenne Dominguez worked a full count before getting on base with that single with one out. Now a full count to De La Huera. Pitch upstairs again, and ball 4. De La Huera takes her base. 3 straight Cardinals have reached base, and if not for a caught stealing where Cheyenne Daniels was thrown down at second, the Cardinals would have the bases loaded possibly. Brings up Cooper Evans. Cooper grounded out to the pitcher on her first pitch she saw of the game, and the first pitch here bounced up to the plate. Gets to the left of the catcher, but she's able to retrieve it and keep both runners at their positions. Count does go to 1-0 on Cooper Evans. Cardinals 5-4-1, looking to keep above 500 for the season. As As this pitch swung on and missed. That does bounce out of the catcher's glove. Throw to third. Late. Sliding into the tag. This time Cheyenne Dominguez gets the stolen base. Ball got a little bit away from the catcher, but we are going to give that as a stolen base to Dominguez and a stolen base to Delaware as well for moving up behind her. And we'll see how Cooper Evans approaches this one. Pitch to the plate. Bunt shown. Bunted foul. Counts, I believe, to 2-1. Again, no scoreboard. Relying on the home plate umpire for counts and signals. Count is 1-2, excuse me. Evans down in the count. 60 feet away from scoring a run. As Cheyenne Dominguez leads off a third. Pitch swung on and grounded down the third base line. A little bit early in front of it for Cooper Evans, and she stays alive. 1-2 the count. 1 out. Excuse me. Yes, there is 1 out. Top of the second inning. Cardinals already up 2-1. Cardenas upstairs, misses. And worst comes to worst, the pitch count definitely being raised by the Cardinals for Cardenas in this frame. This will be the 20th pitch of the inning, 35th of the game. Wearing out that arm a little bit as a pitch at the knees. Check swing, didn't attempt at it, but called strike anyways. That's the first strikeout of the game for Cardenas, and Cooper Evans goes down. Haley Ledbetter still step up to the plate as Ledbetter, hit by a pitcher first time up, takes a pitch at the knees, and the count goes to 0-1. Golden opportunity for the Cardinals to score here if they can just bring home that runner from third. And a bonus would be Alicia Delaware standing at second. Pitch upstairs and away to Ledbetter as she gets back even in the count, 1-1. Cardinals have been very good at bringing home runs when they have opportunities to. Rarely leave those extra runs on base, at least in the games we've seen. And they won't do it again here. That's a line drive single into center field, mishandled by McNeese. But instead, it's going to see 2 runs score. She gets it back in quick enough to hold Ledbetter at first. And the Cardinals' first baseman brings home another pair of Gate City Real Estate runs with a hard hit single up the middle. And coming home to score is Cheyenne Dominguez and Alicia Delaware. All runs once again brought to you by Gate City Real Estate and Ricky Wood. Call Ricky at 208-547-7012. Brings up Taylor Myers, chance to really keep this inning going. She walked on 4 pitches her first time up, and this time taking all the way, gets a first pitch strike. And the count goes to 0-1. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Cardinals leading 4-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Pitch in the dirt, gets past the catcher, and Ledbetter will move up a base. A lot of pitches down low in the dirt coming from Cardenas right now. She's really been struggling, it seems, to find that groove out there in the circle. Steps back up once again. Cardenas winds, rocks, fires. That's upstairs and taken for a strike. Bent back to the plate at the last second. The count goes to 0-2. Myers will have to battle here. Good pitcher's count for Cardenas. The right-hander fires one upstairs again, trying to get Myers to go chasing after it, and the count goes to 1-2. Makes sense that Cardenas missing up all of a sudden as she's trying to adjust from having those pitches down in the dirt. See if she tries to go down low again. No, she doesn't. This pitch inside, though, has Myers bending out of the way as the count goes to 2-2. Myers, the 6th batter of the inning. 2 runs already home thanks to an RBI single by Haley Ledbetter, who bends down at second base to tie her cleat. Now gets back up and dusts off the knee that was on the ground. And the umpires say back to Cardenas. Count to 3-2. Pitch to the plate. Swung on. Bounced over towards short. Play is to first. Throw is going to cut down. Myers running down the line. And Lexi Tucker with a strong arm shows it off and gets the Cougars out of the inning. Cardinals do strike for another pair, though. They lead it 4-1 after an inning and a half on KBRV The Co-op and online with our live video stream at mylocalradio.com.
Caribou County Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by Bear Lake Dental, where their commitment is to provide you with the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle, efficient, and professional manner. Call 208-847-0153 to schedule your appointment with Bear Lake Dental.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Mountain States Insurance Company. Stop in for help with all of your insurance needs at 30 East, 2nd South next to Caribou Jacks in Soda Springs, or call 208-547-2141 and talk to an agent today. Bottom of the second inning, Hallie Evans, out there in the circle once again. Haley Ledbetter, the one I was thinking of, is responsible for a 4-1 lead. In fact, 3 of the runs the Cardinals have scored have come from Haley Ledbetter. She came home to score in the first and then drove home a pair in the top of this frame. Cardinals again leading, and a pitch to the plate, a strike taken on the inside by Haley McNeely. Count goes to 0-1 to the new center fielder for the Cougars. Wind, fire, pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. Macy Adams, Bailey Steele, the next 2 scheduled hitters for the Cougars. As we work in the bottom of the second inning, Cardinals up 4-1. Pitch bounce back to the pitcher, gets past the reaching glove of Evans, but right into the glove of Taylor Myers, who picks it up quickly, fires on to first, and the Cardinals have a quick out, number 1, 3 pitches into the second inning. This is where they had trouble in the first inning, as after getting the first out, 3 straight runners reached base for the Cougars. 2 of those on singles. See if those issues continue here into the bottom of the second inning, as the bottom of the order will try and repeat that feat. First pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. Macy Adams playing second base for the Cougars. Hasn't really seen a lot of action in the field yet. Pitch from Evans to the plate, bounced up, and the count goes to 2-0. Adams, however, in that bottom of the order, a very important role in flipping it around, getting some momentum for the top of the order for the big bats, as another pitch misses and the count goes to 3-0. Cold breeze starting to come in from the north. The clouds getting a little bit more gray, and this pitch misses as well, and a 4-pitch walk delivered to Macy Adams. Walks again brought to you by Davis Repair. That's 2 walks surrendered by each pitcher. Cardinals made the walks come around to score, each of the 2 that they've gotten. There's a pitch to the plate taken for a strike. Right back into it is Hallie Evans. Cougars have not scored on any of their walks. There's a pitch to the plate taken again. That's a ball. Count goes to 1-1. Score update, 1-0. Soda on top of the Firth Cougars in the third inning. There is a pitch to the plate rolled up. And the count, I believe, goes to 2-1. And it is 2-1, confirmed by the umpire behind home plate. Keep you up to date on the Cardinals. We do have 2 on base in the third. Evans missing way high over the head of her younger sister Cooper, and the ball gets all the way to the backstop, and also moving up on the play is Macy Adams. 3-1 count now with the runner on second base. Cardinals still leading 4-1, but Firth once again threatening, and the pitch at the knees misses low, and it's back-to-back Davis Repair walks from Hallie Evans. And the base is starting to get a little bit more full out there for the Cougars once again, and it's all happening with 1 out, similar to what happened in that top bottom of the first inning. Lexi Tucker, who struck out on 3 pitches her first time up, will stride to the plate. She takes a big cut and can't catch up to a pitch off the outside, and the count goes to 0-1. Baseball, by the way, well, softball 5-4-1, enjoying one of their best seasons in a while. Baseball much the same, as Hallie to the plate kicks up a little bit of dust, and the count goes to 1-1 as she bounces one into the glove of her sister. Baseball has won 7 straight, 7-2 on the year. So a pitch bounced over towards short, picked up by Myers. Long throw to first, gets the out. Couldn't get 2, but it does force the Cougars to try and get a ball into play, and a single or a mistake by the Cardinals to bring home another run. Both runners did advance on the play. Macy Adams up to third. Bailey Steele gets herself to second as Evans looks into Emily Vasquez, who singled her first time up and swings over the top of a pitch up in the zone. The count goes to 0-1. Had it timed right, just over the top of it, trying to chop it down, trying to get that ground ball, trying to put it into play in general. As this pitch done with the same, bounced over towards the dugout on the third base side, and the count goes to 0-2 as Evans looks for her third punch out now. Ahead in the count, couple pitches to play with. Runners on second and third. And this pitch swung on and missed down to the dirt, skips up to the plate. Cooper Evans throws to first, and the out is recorded on the 2-3 put out. Cardinals get out of a jam. They end up stranding a pair of runners for the Cougars on base and continue to hold a 4-1 lead as we head to your Sanders Furniture and Appliance third inning on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com.
This production of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by London Drug and Grace, your good neighbor pharmacy, locally owned, locally loved.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Caribou Jack's Trading Company in Soda Springs, supplying you with everything for your home and your one-stop shop for all of your barbecue needs this spring and summer. Stop by at 50 East 2nd South in Soda Springs or call 208-547-4326 today. Third inning being brought to you by Sanders Furniture and Appliance in Soda Springs, where they carry only the best brands, including Lazy Boy, Amana, Maytag, Crosley, GE, and more. Sanders Furniture and Appliance is working at making your house a home. Happy to have you here with the Soda Springs Cardinals on top 4-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Heart of the order coming up for the Cardinals as well. 4, 5, and 6, Hallie Evans, Morgan Wood, and Allie Schwartz. A combined 1 for 3 so far, but a couple of hard-hit balls were the result of those 2 outs that are recorded between those 3. Morgan Wood getting a double into left center field to bring home 2 of the Cardinals' runs. So a very potent part of the order for the Cardinals, which has already been able to bring home 4 and has 4 hits to their credit, 2 walks and a hits batsman. So not really leaving a lot of runners on base either. Again, last update we had from the baseball diamond has the Cardinals leading, I believe, 2-0 in the bottom of the, or top of the third inning. Here, top of the third, Cardinals just getting set to get to action as Cardenas once again out in the circle. Wines fires, and the pitch bounced to the plate has Hallie Evans ahead in the count, 1-0. Cardenas again looks, rocks, winds, pitch taken inside. Count goes to 2-0. Cardinals leading this one 4-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Nobody out in the top of the third inning. Number 4 batter in the lineup. We're number 3 in the pitcher, Hallie Evans, trying to chop something through, pounds one over to short. It's going to be picked up quickly, though, and a great fielding play by Lexi Tucker, who has been showing off some good versatility over there at short, has been able to go left and right of her position and has been able to field it well. And Firth, as a team, other than a couple of botches in the outfield, has been fielding very well. The Cardinals just putting the ball in play against the pitcher, Kelsey Cardenas, as a pitch in the dirt bounces to Morgan Wood, and the count goes to 1-0 in favor of the left fielder for the Cardinals. Again, she doubled her first time up, was aided a bit in the double by getting past the center fielder. Staring out once again. Wood will see this one bouncing up into the pocket of the catcher, covering over. By the way, Bailey Mallard is back out in center field as Haley McNeely has been put back onto the bench. Pitch upstairs, missing, and the count goes 3-0. I believe Bailey Mallard, if I'm correct in my assumptions, was the one who was off at the Econ Summit. As a pitch taken upstairs for ball 4, and another Davis repair walk puts a runner on base for the Cardinals with one away here in the top of the 3rd inning. Allie Schwartz will step up to the plate in a conference out on the pitching circle as Kelsey Cardenas getting a quick word from Coach Elda Park. Elda Park in her 3rd year of working the program here at Firth and trying to improve on it. And there is going to be a new pitcher, it looks like, in the circle as Bailey Steele, the right fielder, will be coming in and be throwing for the Cougars. Steele was also warming up earlier today, so this may have been something that was planned on. I believe this will be a straight-up switch, you would assume, as I'm going to assume Cardenas is going to go to right field, and she is not the new right fielder. In fact, actually it is Cardenas. So Cardenas does go out to right field. Had to wait for the number to be turned my way. Bailey Steele comes in to do the pitching. And Bailey Mallard is back out on the field to play. That has everything up to date as we work here with one out in the top of the 3rd inning. Cardinals up 4-1 with a runner on first base. That is a run against Cardenas if it does come around to score. She ended up in her 2 1/3 innings plus of work, gave up 4 runs. That could change to 5. Hit 1 batter, walked 4, and gave up 4 hits to the Cardinals as well. Struck out 1 batter in her time out there as Bailey Steele will come in to replace her in the circle. She'll be facing, as I said, Allie Schwartz. Cheyenne Daniels should get a chance to bat as well for the Lady Cardinals. Rare to see a pitching change in a game this close, this early in a softball game. But obviously the Cougars excited about the chances of still coming back in this game. Want to keep it as close as possible and are seeing some control issues from Cardenas. Bailey Steele again works on the mound. Tall, lanky right-hander in the first pitch. Laced at third base, goes off of the glove of Emily Vasquez, and the strength on that hit ends up driving it into left field off of the glove of Vasquez. What a shot. It's a single for Allie Schwartz. Extra base is given as Morgan Wood drew a throw to third as she went all the way to third. And Cardinals, with runners on second and third and only 1 out, bring up Cheyenne Daniels, who singled her first time up. What a rocket off of the bat of Allie Schwartz. I told you she can make some good contact as a bat bunted at by Cheyenne Daniels. The ball off the plate and outside, and she couldn't get the whole bat on it. That is a big piece the Cardinals have gotten better at this year, but need to improve more on as the season goes on. Steele winds, fires this pitch, bunted at again. And the count continues to go in favor of Steele, working with runners on second and third. Trying to tiptoe out of danger. Needs a punch out here, though. She will rock, wind, fires one up, and just fought off by the bat of Cheyenne Daniels. Got a piece of it, poked it out, and was able to send it up over the backstop out of play. Count stays at 0-2 to the Cardinals' second baseman. Baseball still looking for a score, as the Cardinals have seen extra runs come across. The Cardinals softball team will see an extra run come across. Pass ball brings home Morgan Wood for another Gate City Real Estate run. They lead it now 5-1, a 4-run lead. That's 5 earned runs all on Cardenas. And the Cardinals continue to add on to their cushion. 5-1 in the top of the third inning. As Cheyenne Daniels now bats with a 1-2 count. Runner on third base is Allie Schwartz as she moved up on the play as well. Steele waits, fires, and this one popped up. That's going to stay on the infield. Will somebody get there? Just off of the chain link fence on the right side of the Firth dugout, and the count stays at 1-2 for a 6th pitch. Good battle by Cheyenne Daniels at the plate. She cleans off the bat of dirt after dropping it into the topsoil, sprinkled around the field here in Firth. And the pitch chopped over towards third. That's going to bring a throw to first, and the out's recorded there. It is good for an RBI. 5-3 the put out. Allie Schwartz going right away, trying to draw that throw. Brings in another run, and the Cardinals again strike for 2 runs in an inning. And they still have a chance to add more with Cheyenne Dominguez stepping up to the plate. Dominguez singled her first time up, came around to score. By the way, the game over at the baseball field tied 1-1 as the ball bounced over towards third. Another pickup by Vasquez, and she makes the throw on to first. And on the first pitch, Cheyenne Dominguez is cut down. 6-1 though, Cardinals leading after 2.5 innings. And we'll be back with more on your Sanders Furniture and Appliance third inning on KBRV, the Co-op.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Cardinals with a 5-run lead as we head to the bottom of the third inning. They've scored a deuce in every single inning leading up to this point in time, as the offense definitely working well. The defense working just as good. They have made 1 error, although that did not cost them a run. And they've only given up 2 hits to the Firth Cougars. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, no hit batters, and 2 innings pitched for Hallie Evans in the circle, as she will start off by facing the meat of the Cougars order. Kylie Barker, Kelsey Cardenas, and Kate Leslie, the scheduled 3 for the Cougars. A lot of Ks in a row as this ball bounced over towards the Cougar dugout. Count goes to 0-1 on Kylie. Or 0-1, excuse me. I don't know where I got 2-1 from. 2s have been dotting the scoreboard, but not in my scorebook necessarily. This pitch popped up. That's to the near side. Cooper Evans running for it, reaches out, lays out as she dives over, and can't quite make the grab. Count just goes to 0-2. Hallie Evans also took a tumble into the dirt, as both of the sisters diving for it. And the count just sticks at 0-2. There's Evans. Cooper catching her breath behind the plate, now gets the mask back on. Cardinals over on the baseball diamond, by the way, heart of their order. Stepping up, Kyle Dursteller and Dylan Downs to lead things off in the top of the 4th inning. Again, 1-1 there. 6-1 here as a pitch in the dirt moves the count to 1-2 on Kylie Barker. Cheyenne Dominguez warming up for the Cardinals to the right of the field behind the Cardinals dugout as this pitch lifted into center field. Allie Schwartz comes on, makes the grab despite colliding with Taylor Myers, and Allie Schwartz ends up getting the out. Nobody called for it, but Schwartz able to hold on to it. All smiles as the first out is recorded. That brings up Kelsey Cardenas, the new right fielder for the Cougars. Started out the game in the circle. She walked her first time up. Evans trying to record her 4th straight out. Has yet to do that so far today as this pitch in the dirt bounced up and the count goes to 1-0. Most outs she's gotten in a row has been 3. She's done that twice. Got the last 2 outs of the first inning and the first out of the second inning. Got the last 2 outs of the second inning and the first out of the third inning. Working in the third inning, fires a pitch downstairs and in, and the count goes to 2-0 now to Cardenas. 6-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Pitch to the plate, fouled off back behind us and gets into the woodlot to the back of the softball field. Count goes to 2-1 That woodlot, a lot of leaves from deciduous trees being uncovered by the winter. You can definitely smell the smell of decaying leaves as the ball bounced over to her third. Haley Downs struggles for a moment but recovers and throws out Cardenas, and the out is made. 5-3 on the putout, and the Cardinals have back-to-back outs to start the inning. Kate Leslie will step up trying to work and avoid the perfect inning for the Cardinals. She ended up striking out looking her first time up, but she battled to get there as it was an 8-pitch at bat to earn that strikeout for Hallie Evans. Umpire cleaning off home plate once again, getting herself set. And Hallie fires a pitch inside. Bouncing out of the way is Kate Leslie. Count goes to 1-0. 2 quick outs in this inning. Only 9 pitches thrown by Evans so far. And she'll bounce another pitch to the plate, and the count goes to 2-0, losing her strike zone. And Evans again rocks back up to the circle. Takes a deep breath and looks in. Infield brought in on the corners, playing deep up the middle. Pitch swung on and missed. Out in front of an off-speed pitch was Leslie. She was expecting a little bit of a burner, and the count instead will go to 2-1. Cardinals outfield playing shallow. Wind coming in from the north as a pitch swung on and fouled off. Count goes to 2-2. And Evans back into the count as Hallie gets the ball from Coop, and she'll have to try and get this out. Battling with her back against the wall now is Kate Leslie at the plate. Park stands on deck. Pitch swung on and missed down in the dirt. Cooper Evans fires to first. Ball gets out of the glove, though, of Ledbetter, and the error on the first baseman is going to cost the Cardinals a runner, as it's a strikeout and a runner at first. Second error on the Cardinals in the game, as it brings up Michaela Park. As the right-hander strides in, Parks grounded out to Hallie Evans, her first time up. As Hallie again steps and toes with the right foot, rocks, fires his pitch down in the dirt, but good block by Cooper Evans, keeps it in front of her, and the count goes to 1-0. 4 strikeouts for Hallie Evans so far in the game. She's definitely been improving that aspect of her game as the ball bounced over towards third. Tough hop for Haley Downs, but she makes the throw on to first, and the tag is made by Ledbetter as the throw pulled her off of the bag, but Haley hooks up with Haley, and the out is recorded. The Cardinals get out without giving up a run. They still lead this one 6-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We'll be back with your 4th inning. 3rd inning has been brought to you by Sanders Furniture and Appliance in Soda Springs, where they carry only the best brands, including Lazy Boy, Amana, Maytag, Crosley, GE, and more. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, making your house a home.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Top of the 4th inning, Cardinals coming up to the plate once again on a gray, cloudy, overcast, and windy day. Not necessarily windy. I would say more breezy in terms of eastern Idaho. If this was somewhere other than East Idaho, might be able to get away with that breezy and windy aspect. But really, only a gentle breeze has been blowing so far, although leave it to that, and the wind will definitely try and prove me wrong. As the Cardinals come up to the plate, they've had a lot of offensive success so far, as Alicia Delaware will be the leadoff against Bailey Steele, who got her final 2/3 of an inning, throwing 8 pitches to retire 2 of the 3 Cardinals that she saw did give up a run as Allie Schultz crossed the plate on a Cheyenne Daniels ground out. So Steele has given up 1 run in her 2/3 of an inning of work, but was able to get a pair of ground balls to third to finish that inning, as Alicia Delaware will try and add to her day. She's reached base via a walk on a full count pitch, stolen a base as well as a pitch misses down low, and the count goes to 1-0. Cooper Evans and Haley Ledbetter, the next 2 in the order for the Cardinals, as the lineup will flip over. Pitch from Steele way upstairs above Delaware, and the count goes to 2-0. Talking with the Firth coaches, they said this has been one of the problems. They've been able to play close games for the most part on the season. This pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 3-0 on Delaware. But they've seen games get away from them. They said that's exactly what happened to them against Westside. The game was 3-2 going to the 4th inning. And Westside just had an explosive inning. As a pitch missing again, misses downstairs, and Alicia Delaware has reached twice without the courtesy of a hit. Another Davis Repair walk opens up the inning for the Cardinals. Davis Repair, your equipment diesel specialist. Call them at 208-221-9403 or swing by 600 West Highway 30 in Soda Springs. Steele winds, fires. That's a pitch behind Cooper Evans. They're going to say it caught her on the derriere, and making her way to first base is Evans with the second hit batsman of the game for the Soda Springs Cardinals. And it puts runners on first and second. Ledbetter will step up. She's perfect on the day. A single for a pair of RBIs and has been hit by a pitch. 1 for 1. Has reached base twice with a run scored and 2 RBIs. Pitch to the plate, bunted at in the dirt. They're going to say a foul ball, and the count goes to 0-1. Ledbetter just getting a piece of it, jabbing at one down in the dirt to try and get that bunt down. Cardinals trying to play some small ball as Taylor Myers awaits on deck. Myers 0 for 1, has reached base and has a run scored. As a bunt shown again, the runners will take off and move on their own as the ball skipped away from the catcher. But Cooper Evans and Delaware both moving up as well. It'll end up being stolen bases for the 2 of them. Another stolen base brought by MySpace Storage in Soda Springs. 0-2 count. Greeting Haley Ledbetter. She looks out to Steele. Pitch to the plate, upstairs and taken for a ball. Count goes to 1-2. Taylor Myers, as I said, on deck. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. 6-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Another pitch misses up as the count goes to 2-2. Ledbetter, after falling behind 0-2, back even in the count. Good fight being shown. Again, this is why she's been moving so quickly up the order. Started out in the 7 hole at the beginning of the season. She'll swing at one, lofts one into right field. That's going to be snared by the right fielder as Cardenas came on and made the one-handed grab. It looked like the ball tailed away from her. And the Cardinals keep runners at second and third. Taylor Myers will step up now. Still a good opportunity for the Cardinals to score some runs. As Myers, the right-hander, steps into the right-handed box. Waits the pitch, rocking and firing. This one bounded up towards short. Up with it and throwing on to first base is Lexi Tucker. It does result in a run scored for the Cardinals as it's an RBI ground out, but it does give 2 outs into the inning now as Myers gets her first RBI of the game. Delaware comes around to score the Gate City Real Estate run. Call Ricky Wood at 208-547-7012. And the score goes to 7-1 as at the plate Hallie Evans gets hit. Both of the Evans sisters getting hit by a pitch on the first pitch they see. And that puts the Evans sisters on the corners. Cooper over at third. Hallie at first. And it brings up Morgan Wood, who was 1 for 1, a couple RBIs, and a run scored. Cardinals sending their 6th batter to the plate. Yet to go 1, 2, 3, and this is the 3rd inning out of 4 that they've had at least 6 come to the plate. Pitch upstairs and away, misses to Wood, and she gets ahead. Allie Schultz is 1 for 2 in the on-deck circle. Not necessarily anybody that you want coming up to the plate with the bases loaded, so throwing strikes to Morgan Wood's going to be important. As the catcher flashing the signs to the outfield. Outfield will play deep with Wood swinging at one. Cook a huge cut miss. Throw to second base on a stolen base by Hallie Evans is going to be Lost into the outfield, and coming home to score is Cooper Evans on the double steal by the Cardinals. A delayed double steal. And the Cardinals will strike again. Another 2 runs up onto the board in this inning. They lead 8-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as Morgan Wood looks out. 1-1 count, make it 2-1 as this pitch bounces to her. Still has another big run that has an opportunity to come home and score. 1-2 count. Pitch from Steele. Crosses the plate, swung on and missed. The count goes to 2-2. Wood's already shown she's got pop. That was against a different pitcher, as Cordanis was the pitcher of record at that time. Pitch just misses a bit low, drawing groans of displeasure from the Firth supporters to our left. Cardinals hearing good chatter from the dugout. 3-2 pitch to the plate. Upstairs, missing Wood, and that one is ball 4, and she will take her base with another Davis repair walk. She's been on base every time so far in the game. 2 walks and a double. It brings up Allie Schwartz, who rocketed one off of the glove of the third baseman Vasquez and gets a first pitch strike. Steele ahead in the count. Worked well in relief, giving up 2 runs though. As a pitch upstairs popped up over to left field, dropping back and putting it away is Lexi Tucker as she gets into the outfield grass and is able to clutch it for out number 3. Cardinals do strike for 2 more, though. That's been the rhythm of the day as the Cardinals lead 8-1 heading to the bottom of the 4th inning on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard.
Caribou County Athletics are being brought to you by Bear River Head Start, where they are now accepting applications for preschool. Call 435-755-0181 and enroll your 3- or 4-year-old children today.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of April 13th through the 19th in Soda Springs. Bone-in spiral sliced ham is just $1.19 a pound. Riverside whole turkey can be bought for 79 cents a pound while supplies last. 1-pound packages of strawberries cost just $1.47. Navel oranges are 59 cents for a pound. Red, green, gold, or orange bell peppers are just 99 cents each. And those are just some of your Lalaton's food specials this week in Soda Springs. This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Ricky Wood and Gate City Real Estate. Call Ricky today at 208-547-7012 and let her help you find your way home. Welcome back out to the home of the Firth Cougars. Cardinals leading 8-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. As Hallie Evans back out into the circle for a 4th inning of work. She's only given up the 1 run. That came back in the early innings, and no RBI on it as it was a pass ball that allowed the run to come across and score. Cardinals, for their right, have been able to handle each of the Firth pitchers easily. As the first pitch, a strike called to Bailey Mallard, who gets her first appearance at the plate after Haley McNeely was there in her stead. Evans to the plate, fires one past Mallard. By the way, another score update from the baseball has it 3-1, Firth on top. Hallie fires, another pitch fought off by Mallard, but back to the backstop, and the count goes to 1-2. And again, Evans working ahead in the count in that center circle. That's been the key for her, is getting ahead in the counts, giving her the opportunity. Whenever she falls behind a count, she usually ends up walking somebody. As the ball chopped down the third base line, stays fair. Haley Downs with the long throw, gets her. Good read by Haley Downs over at the third base line and stepped in to make a strong throw, and it gets that first out of the inning. That makes 2 straight outs recorded by Downs, and Downs has recorded 3 of the outs in the game so far. Going back to the last inning. Very, very good at that third base position. As a pitch at the knees catches his own, and Macy Adams finds herself down 0-1 of the count. Hallie Evans really getting into a groove right now, 63 pitches in, so after throwing 25 in the first inning has really calmed herself down, gets another chopper over to the far side, and the count goes to 0-2. Heading to the 5th inning, as I said, over at the baseball diamond. 3-1. Firth on top there. Here 8-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Lady Cardinals leading the Firth Cougars, looking to get some revenge for last year. As a pitch swung on just off the end of the bat and fouled off to the near side. Count stays at 0-2. And Macy Adams will continue to battle. Macy walked on 4 pitches her first time up. Here she's seen 3 strikes in her pitches, or the pitches she's seen. And she will not see a 4th as that one comes in and catches her on the tush. And on to first base she goes with another 4-pitch. Well, you could call it a walk, but it's not really a walk. It's a hit batsman. But she's been on base both times with 4 pitches. So runner on first base, 1 out. Bailey Steele will step to the plate. Bounce to the plate as the pitch from Hallie Evans, scooped up by Cooper Evans, and the runner has to stay where she's at. Count goes to 1-0 to Bailey Steele, the new pitcher for the Cougars, trying to help her own cause as this one upstairs and in. Called a ball. The count goes to 2-0. Hallie rocks, fires again. That pitch does miss down. The count goes to 3-0. And Bailey Steele, who also walked her last time up, an opportunity to try and get on base and flip the lineup over, much like they did last time with runners on first and second, and she will do just that. She gets another Davis Reparo walk. That's the 4th of the game, issued by Hallie Evans. And it puts runners at first and second. And stepping up is Lexi Tucker. Tucker's 0 for 2. Pinch runner will step out, back into the first base paths as Maddie Tucker will again come out and run for the pitcher. Tucker struck out swinging her first time up, grounded out to short her second time up. All the weight on the back foot as she awaits the pitch upstairs, taken for a ball, and the count goes to 1-0. Cougars needing a rally to try and cut into this deficit. 8-1, they trail by 7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as the wind again whiffling through the trees here at the field, and a pitch swung on and missed by Tucker may have brought that breeze around as she took a big cut and ends up seeing the count go to 1-1. Waits the pitch, the right-hander. Fires on this one into the glove of Hallie Evans, on to first for a double play. Cardinals get out of the inning with an inning-ending line drive double play and another 0 put up onto the board. The defense has shown up for Soda Springs as we head to inning number 5, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Troy Young Plumbing and Heating. Call 208-221-0581 for all your plumbing needs, including new installs and remodels, repairs, furnace installation, and more.
Imagine a mining company who nurtures butterflies. At Monsanto, we plant wildflower seeds on recently mined land. The flowers support a thriving butterfly population, which then feeds small birds, who are in turn hunted by eagles and hawks. By paying attention to nature's detail, Monsanto sustains a broader ecosystem. That's one reason why 6 federal and state agencies have honored us with their highest award for excellence in annual operations. Monsanto. Imagine.
Top of the 5th inning coming up. Cardinals a chance to keep the offense rolling. They've scored a pair of runs in every inning so far as they lead this 8-1, and we'll have the bottom of the order looking to get things started for the top of the lineup. Once again, facing Bailey Steele in the circle. As Steele has come in, worked an inning and 2/3, given up 1 hit, 1 walk, hit a batter, and has given up 3 earned runs against her so far in this contest, as the Cardinals will look to try and continue to see runs coming up and across the board. Cardinals heading to the bottom of the 5th inning at the baseball diamond, still down 3-1 as Case Griffiths, Zach Housley, and Caleb Peterson go down 1-2-3. So still 3-1 there on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Here the Lady Cardinals looking to wrap things up quickly. Cheyenne Daniels will step in. So far for her in the day, she's 1 for 2, does have an RBI, and takes a pitch off the outside for a ball. Gets ahead in the count. Dominguez on deck, Delaware in the hole. We'll see if it sticks with that order as this pitch catches the inside corner and the count goes to 1-1. Daniels now seen 10 pitches. She was one of the first to greet Steele as she'll be hit by a pitch on the left ankle and very, very hard. It looks like it caught the ball of her ankle on the way in, and she will take a very painful walk down to first base with the third hit batsman by the Cardinals so far in today's game as she's escorted down the first base line by Coach Babe Myers and will limp over to the dugout. Cardinals will have a pinch runner come out for her. As getting out there is Moore. So she'll get her opportunity to pinch run in this game. Cheyenne Dominguez, 1 for 2 so far. As the umpire behind home plate looking for the book to make sure that the substitution's correct. And I believe that will be a full-scale substitution. As we'll see her step into the game, Moore that is, step into the game as the new second baseman for the Cardinals. Cheyenne Dominguez to the plate, right-handed batter. Shows bunt, puts it down. That's a good one in front of the plate. Throw to first base is going to be the only play, and that's where they get it. And the first out is recorded. And confusion on the base paths as Coach Schwanevelt looking out to his runner on second saying, you should have come to third instead of going back to first. And so a good bunt put down. It's a sacrifice and a 2-3 put out. Excuse me, a 1-3 put out. And Alicia Delaware will step up now with the runner in scoring position on second base. Delaware has walked a pair of times, takes a pitch at the thighs for a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Wind continuing to blow in from the north here at Firth High School. Gray clouds overhead, still no sights of rain though as a pitch swung on and missed. Delaware down 0-2 in the count now. Big cut at a pitch that saw her eyes light up. That one right on the top of the strike zone. Good pitch to take a cut at, but she was just underneath it and behind. Pitch this time way upstairs, and the count goes to 1-2. Delaware, again, one of the smaller strike zones on the team, right behind Morgan Wood. The two of them, I'd be interested to see who has the bigger strike zone. And the pitch lofted into shallow center field, ends up dropping down and holding up at third base is the pinch runner as Delaware gets her first base knock of the game. It's a single, and the Cardinals put runners on first and third. Here with one out. That one out of sacrifice is Cooper Evans, who's still 0 for on the game, will try and get herself on base via a hit. She was hit by a pitch last time, but again, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And a ground out to the pitcher. And she represents that 11th run of the game for the Cardinals, which would give them a 10-run lead, so getting her on base is important. As a pitch downstairs in the dirt, runner goes as Delaware takes second. Caught in a rundown is Moore, and she is going to be tagged out on the base pass. Now Delaware gets caught off a second, but the ball goes into right field. Delaware is still lying down, is going to stay at second base. 2 outs, though, as the Cardinals see a runner cut down trying to score home, and Delaware makes her way to third. Brings up Cooper Evans. Again, with a 1-0 count in her favor. She's going to punch one into left center field. That's carrying, and off of the glove of the left fielder. On to second base is Cooper Evans. She stands up at second base. That's going to be an error or a hit. As that one was carrying a ways. Checking back with my panel back behind me to make sure I get the right call here. As that will call a double, and an RBI scores for the Cardinals, making it 9-1. Another run brought to you by Gate City Real Estate as Haley Ledbetter steps to the plate. and gets a first pitch for a ball. Ledbetter, 1 for 2 so far, reached base twice and has 2 RBIs. Steele rocks, fires. This one swung on. That's back up the middle for a single. Cooper Evans is going to be waved home. She'll score easily on another RBI single for Haley Ledbetter. She leads the team with 3 ribbies on the day, and the Cardinals now have a 10-1 lead. With Taylor Myers coming up to the plate, a big batter for the Soda Springs Cardinals, and a big run standing out there at first base, as again, that would be the 11th run and would give the Cardinals that 10-run lead here in the top of the 5th. Brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, and the first pitch to Myers misses inside. Hallie Evans on deck. She's 0 for 2. Steele rocks, fires. This pitch bounced over towards third. Velasquez stumbles on it at first, throws on to first, and the out is recorded. The inning is over, and the Cardinals will have to settle for just the 2 runs. Cardinals still lead it, though, 10-1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Back after this with more on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, SilverStar makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose SilverStar. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
Welcome back out to your Bear Lake Drug 5th inning of play. Bear Lake Drug, the small-town pharmacy that gives you world-class service. Call them at 208-847-1421. Soda Springs strikes for another 2 runs in the top of the 5th inning. Leaves a runner at first base, though, as they can't bring her home. 2 RBIs in the inning from Cooper Evans and Haley Ledbetter to keep the rallies alive. Ledbetter with 3 RBIs in the game leads the team in that category so far, as Bailey Steele has come in and surrendered a couple more hits than I think she was hoping to. 5 hits in the game surrendered by the starter for the 4 hits in the game so far surrendered by Bailey Steele in this game. She's also hit 2 batters. Hallie Evans back out into the circle. She's a first pitch ground ball from the leadoff batter, Emmy Vasquez, and the count goes to 0-1. So far, plenty of good work out there on the circle by Hallie Evans. Only 74 pitches in, 75 as a liner to third base. Gets past Haley Downs, and it'll be a single down the line for Emily Vasquez, her second base knock of the game. And the Cougars have what could be the start of a rally. First time they've gotten the leadoff runner on base, as they had gone down, the leadoff batters had gone down swinging or grounding out all 4 innings to lead up to this one. Pitch to the plate, upstairs, chopped up the middle, through the hole, and that's another single. First to third is going Vasquez, and she'll do it easily as the ball rolls out of play, and it will be a double for Barker, and over at third base will be Barker, as she got the single. The run came around to score and was able to move up on a poor throw. The throw is an error on the Cardinals. Did not see where the error was. And Soda Springs will give up another run. And then Kylie Barker stands just 60 feet away from scoring another one. Kelsey Cardenas will step up. 3 hits against the Cougars, and a pitch will get through the legs of Cooper Evans. Flip to the plate late. Barker comes tumbling into the bag, and another run will score for the Cougars. And all of a sudden, it's a 10-3 game, as Coach Wade Schwanevelt making his way out to the circle. Base is clear now, nobody on base, with a 1-0 count to Kelsey Cardenas. And I'm sure Coach Schwanneville just talking things over with his team right now and just saying, look, we got a chance to start over. This is an opportunity for us to focus, bear down, get out of this game. It's 10-3 the score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And the Soda Springs Cardinals looking to try and rally on the defensive side, avoid giving the Firth Cougars any sort of a foothold here in the bottom of the 5th inning, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. Cardinals over on the baseball diamond, still down 3-1. That game into the bottom of the 6th inning. Taylor Adams out to pitch. Pitch to the plate, swung on and missed. An off-speed pitch to Cordanis, and the count goes to 1-1. Cardenas again awaits the right-hander. And this pitch slapped up the middle. That's 3 straight singles for the Cougars. Starting off this inning with a pop as they have gotten their first hits since the 1st inning when they had 2. Now they've got 5 hits up onto the board and have started to find some chinks in the armor of Hallie Evans. She'll have to face Kate Leslie, who was struck out twice but reached on one of those strikeouts, and it was a dropped throw over to first that Haley Ledbetter could not quite handle, and the first pitch swung on and missed. Badly fooled was Leslie, looking for something hard, and ended up getting a soft pitch that floated by her, and the count goes to 0-1. Cougars still yet to see an out recorded in the bottom of this 5th inning. 10-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Hallie Evans again sets, rocks, winds, and fires a pitch fouled off at the plate, and the count goes to 0-2. Michaela Park on deck, Bailey Mallard in the hole. The two of them are 0 for 4 combined with 4 groundouts. Ground ball here for the Cardinals would be big, an opportunity for a double play if they did. Pitch to the plate, swung on and fouled off at the plate by Kate Leslie. Just got a piece of it and stays alive with an 0-2 count. As Leslie continues to look off to her left down the third base line to Coach Elda Park. Stands off of the third base bag. Pitch to the plate, popped up and swung deep and foul down that line past the trees and into the woodlot behind the field here in Firth, Idaho, just to the south of the football field and to the west of the high school. Baseball playing over on that high school field in the field of play right now. You can see the left fielder for the Cardinals wearing the bright red uniforms back on the baseball diamond. Here, Cardinal ladies wearing the red uniforms as well. As the pitch upstairs, hacked at and missed. The hit and run was on, throw to second in time, but nobody was covering the bag as there was a delayed reaction to covering the bag. It is a stolen base brought to you by MySpace Storage, but also a 4-pitch strikeout of Kate Leslie as she goes down swinging for the 3rd time in the game. The hat trick given to her by Hallie Evans. Evans gets her 5th punch out because of it. She's given up 9 base runners, struck out 5, and given up 3 runs. The run's the important part and gets the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. Cougars have already pushed 2 runs across, making it 10-3. Pitch to the plate, bounced up to the plate. Good stop by Cooper Evans, though, and Michaela Park sees the count go 1-0 in her favor. Again, she's grounded out both times to the plate so far, once to the pitcher and once to third. Wind picks up a little bit as this pitch up and in, bending away Michaela Park, and the count goes to 2-0. Flat gray skies overhead of the field here. Clouds mounting off in the distance as storm's supposed to build up for this afternoon, but not supposed to hit till 7 or 8 this evening. Although down in Soda Springs, the word I had is that it was raining in buckets, at least in Lava Hot Springs. Evans to the plate, fires a strike on the inside, and the count goes to 3-1. Able to at least salvage a possibility of keeping this outing going. Park again has been aggressive at the plate. As Hallie winds and fires, this pitch bounced to the plate though, and runners on first and second. A 5th walk for Hallie Evans. And all of a sudden the Firth Cougars mounting a little bit of a comeback here. 10-3 still the score sits with 1 out. Up to the plate, Bailey Mallard. She's 0 for 2. 0 for 1, actually, as she had a at-bat in that 4th inning. Led off the 4th inning with the ground out. Gets ahead in the count here, 1-0. And Haley McNeely ended up grounding out the other time as that pitch just inside, and the count goes to 2-0. Macy Adams on deck as well. She has yet to record an official at-bat, hit by a pitch and walked. Same for Bailey Steele, except 2 walks. There's another pitch inside, and Evans starting to lose the strike zone with runners on first and second. The count goes to 3-0 to Bailey Mallard, looking to get on base. Cardinals need to find a way to cut this rally short, and that's not going to help as ball 4 surrendered, and another Davis repair walk. That's back-to-back walks to the Cougars, and the base is now chock full of the gray and blue. And I believe we're going to see a pitching change as Cheyenne Dominguez has been warming up behind the third base dugout as Coach Schwanevelt wanders out to the home plate area and discusses things over with the home plate umpire. Cardinals in their own right circling up in the middle of the diamond, talking things over. And Coach Schwanevelt seems to have his questions answered and will make his way back over to the dugout on the first base side. And Evans will be continuing her pursuit of an out. Bases chock full of Cougars. Macy Adams, 0 for 0, walk and a hit by pitch, steps up. First pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. 6 straight pitches out of the zone for Hallie Evans. Needs to find that strike zone once again. Rocks, and the junior fires a pitch at the knees for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Big pitch there. You did not want to fall behind 2-0, especially when your confidence might be a little bit rattled. Hallie's 1-1. Inside that, hits her. Macy Adams hit by a pitch for the second straight plate appearance, and it brings a run home as the bases were loaded, the 4th run of the game, and we're going to see a pitching change coming in as set to take to the mound is the designated player for today's game. Cheyenne Dominguez will be doing the pitching. We'll see where Hallie Evans ends up being sent to, or if Hallie Evans replaces her as the designated player for the Lady Cardinals. That'll give us a chance to take a break as Cheyenne Dominguez warms up on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, SilverStar makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose SilverStar. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
It'll be up to Cheyenne Dominguez to try and limit the damage that the Cougars are causing in this inning. 10-4 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard in the bottom of your 5th inning. Brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. As the Lady Cardinals leading this one coast to coast so far, but the pitching staff starting to give up some holes, and the Cougars have found a way to give themselves an opportunity to climb back into this game. Cardinals were on the verge of 10 running the Cougars. 1 run away from doing that as they had a 10-1 lead entering the bottom of the 5th inning. And since then, the Cougars have only seen 1 out recorded. That was a strikeout by Kate Leslie in this inning. 3 singles, 1 hit batsman, and 2 walks surrendered. As Hallie Evans' final line looks like this: 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, 6 walks, 2 hit batters, as well as 4 runs that have scored so far, and 3 more runs she's responsible for on the base paths. Could not get through the 5th as a swing and a miss from Bailey Steele, will welcome her to the plate. Baseball, last we heard, 3-1 over at the baseball diamond on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Here, 10-4. Dominguez winds, fires a pitch inside. Stepping out of the way is Steele, and the count goes to 1-1. Cougars can score in a lot of ways. Dominguez looks in, peers into the sign and bounces one to the plate again. Cooper Evans keeps it around her and the count to 2-1. Cardinals need to find a way to find the strike zone. Strikeouts not necessary, but would be helpful. Just any outs at all right now, though, to get you closer. As this pitch upstairs gets past Cooper Evans and back to the backstop, but she quickly gathers it and gets it back to home plate as everybody stays where they're at. Michaela Park stands at third, Bailey Mallard at second, Macy Adams at first, with the pitcher Bailey Steele at the plate. Pitch to Steele. That's ball 4 upstairs, close, but couldn't quite get it. And another Davis repair walk will force in another run. That's 4 in the inning now. 3 of them have been earned, and suddenly the score swells to 10-5. It's coming across Michaela Park, brings up Lexi Tucker to try and move things around. Ball gets past Cooper Evans again, and count goes to 1-0. Everybody stays put where they're at. Cougars continuing to push runs across. Here in this frame, 4 have already scored. 3 more wait on the base paths with only 1 out. 10-5 game, and a swing and a miss by Lexi Tucker. Got a pitch to take a rip at, but couldn't quite get it to find its way into play. Cheyenne Dominguez working out of the pen for the Cardinals. Rocks, winds, fires another pitch. A little bit up again, and the count goes to 2-1. Cougars well aware that you can have big innings at any time as the count goes 3-1. And they really haven't used putting the ball in play since the last 3 to do it. As the first 3 batters of this inning reached with singles, hard hit singles, albeit. But since then, as another pitch misses, ball 4 to Tucker, it's been 4 walks and a hit batsman. And everybody again moves up another base. And we head to the second time through the order as Emily Vasquez, who led off this inning with a hard hit single on the second pitch she saw, will look to try and do more as the pitch upstairs gets over the head of Cooper Evans. Throw to the plate, high, gets into the middle of the infield. And another run scores, and all of a sudden, 6 runs have crossed the plate. And the Cougars have the tying run at the plate. And all of a sudden, we'll see if there's more substitutions coming, as it does look like there's going to be a change forthcoming behind the plate. Cooper Evans looks like she's switching with Taylor Myers as the catcher. So this will be an interesting switch for the Cardinals, as Cooper Evans, we'll see where they end up moving her to in the field. Taylor Myers, as I said, will be the catcher for the Cardinals. And Cooper is going to be the new pitcher, as Cheyenne Dominguez will stay in the field of play, going over to third base. So Cheyenne Dominguez does not record an out, walks 2, and another run comes across as it is now 10-6. 10-7, as a wild pitch allowed another run to score. Cooper Evans will try and close things out here for the Soda Springs Cardinals. Here in the 5th inning, long 5th inning, 6 runs have already come across to score by the Cougars. Dominguez, for her part, only ended up throwing 11 pitches as Cooper Evans replaces her. See if anybody else comes back in for the Cardinals, as right now they're trying to find some arms. That's been the biggest problem for the Cardinals right now, is a lack of arms that they can bring out of the pen. They've already got a very solid starter in Hallie Evans, but they have not been able to really find that bullpen behind her. You expected some sort of consistency from the Cardinals, as they had Haley Downs, Cheyenne Dominguez, Cheyenne Daniels, all people who pitched last year around the work of Hallie Evans. Taylor Myers steps in as the catcher, also has a little bit of pitching ability. as Cooper Evans rocks, winds, and the first pitch from her in the game is flapped past second base, and Cheyenne Daniels, 1 run will score. A second run on the way is going to slide home safely. Throw back to second base will cut down the runner trying to move up. Vasquez gets a 2 RBI single, though, and it's all of a sudden a 10-9 game. And at 10-9, it's a brand new ball game for the Soda Springs Cardinals. And nobody on. 10-9. What? You guys are? 2 outs, and at the plate, Kylie Barker, representing the tying run herself. Pitch from Evans. Taken upstairs. The count, I believe, goes to 2-0. First pitch Evans threw was lined by Emily Vasquez. Cooper trying to come in and keep this thing from getting any worse as Taylor Myers sees one popped up behind home plate but can't quite get out of the crouch quickly enough, and the count goes to 2-1. Cooper again to the windup. Pitch swung on and missed, and the count goes to 2-2. Hard pitch from Evans there. Found the glove of Myers after a big cut by Kylie Barker. Barker, by the way, 2 for 3 in the game so far. Has one of the RBIs for the Panthers. She'll slap one down the first base line, but it rolls foul, and we'll see another 2-2 pitch upcoming. Long inning for the Soda Springs Cardinals in the field. As Cooper Evans will again step to the circle. Bottom of the 5th inning. And a pitch off of the glove of Taylor Myers kicks away from her, and the count goes to 2-3. Taylor Myers not necessarily used to the catching position. She awaits another pitch from Cooper, who winds, fires. That one popped up on the infield in foul territory. Haley Ledbetter reaches back and can't make the grab as it bounces just beyond her reach, and the count will stay at 3-2. We'll have to do it over again and see the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Barker already hit the ball well a couple of times, looking for another one. Pitch to the Barker, pounced up the middle, goes off of the foot of Cooper Evans as she is hobbled. Got back to get the ball in and is immediately greeted by both her sister and the rest of her team as they're going to make sure she's okay. The out is recorded on a 1-3 put out, and we'll see how she ends up coming up after this one. See if the Cardinals stick with her in the field of play. We head to the top of the 6th inning. After an 8-run inning for the Firth Cougars, it is now a 9-10 game on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard on your home for Cardinal Athletics.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Arctic Circle of Soda Springs, where you can get burgers made from premium Black Angus beef, as well as fries and onion rings with their delicious fry sauce. Be sure to top it all off with a soft serve cone piled high and dipped with their delicious chocolate topping.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Cardinals still holding a 10-9 lead, but it is much closer than it was entering the 5th inning as we head to the top of the 6th on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 10-9 Cardinals on top of the Firth Cougars, looking for the win over the Cougars and to keep their record above 500, not to let it drip down to 500. By the way, over at the Baseball Diamond, final score 3-1. Firth able to come away with a victory over the Soda Springs Cardinals as that snaps the Cardinals' 7-game winning streak. The JV game getting set to be played over there as we speak. Here, still in the varsity contest. 10-9 to the top of the 6th we go. It'll be Hallie Evans Morgan Wood and Allie Schwartz to lead things off for the Cardinals against Bailey Steele, who returns to the circle for what will be her third full inning of work. She and Kelsey Cardenas have combined for this demonstration in the circle so far for the Cougars in their gray uniforms. Chill starting to descend upon the field here as jackets being put on by the umpire in the field. Players as well starting to bundle up as a bouncer over towards third, picked up by Vasquez, and she throws on to first, and Hallie Evans on one pitch is retired for the out, and the count will reset as Morgan Wood steps up to the plate. She's 1 for 1, has reached base all 3 times with a pair of walks, has scored once, and has 2 RBIs. Was left stranded at first in her last time up as she takes the first pitch for a ball just inside. 10-9. Count to 1-0 with Morgan Wood on top. As a pitch inside, misses low, and the count goes to 2-0. 10-9. Cardinals had this game solidly in their control, but all of a sudden have watched the Firth Cougars fight their way back into it. Morgan Wood says, we ain't done fighting it ourselves, though. She's going to line one into right center field. Throw is going to be cut off instead of going to second, and allows a double for Morgan Wood. She was thinking 2 all the way. As soon as she hit the first base bag, she took off for second, and she's got her second double of the ball game. That ball doesn't get cut off. It might have been an out at second base, but the Cardinals will try to take advantage, and Allie Schwartz, who's 1 for 3, will look to try and get him an insurance run back up onto the board. Hallie awaits the pitch upstairs, and the count goes to her favor, 1-0. Schwartz singled back in the 3rd inning. Came around to score in that inning on a ground out by Cheyenne Daniels. Pitch to the plate again, taken down and low, and the count goes to 2-0 on to Allie Schwartz. Schwartz hasn't been very patient so far today. She's only seen 8 pitches, including the 2 she's seen in this at-bat. Longest at-bat's been a 3-pitch at-bat. She'll take a pitch here, and the count goes to 2-1 as that one catches the zone for a strike. That one on the 3-pitch at-bat was her longest and hardest hit ball of the game as she laced one into left field, but right at Kylie Barker. This pitch fouled off back behind the screen off of the trees in the woodlot behind, and the count goes to 2-2 with 1 out. At second base, Morgan Wood looking to come home with the Cardinals' 11th run of the game. They lead this one 10-9 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. That's 10 runs brought across the plate. Brought to you by Gate City Real Estate as the ball bounced over towards third, bobbled by Vasquez. Late on the throw, over to first and up to third goes Morgan Wood as she waited for the throw to leave the arm of Vasquez and made the scamper on the error. The Cardinals now have runners on the corners. First error of the game, second error of the game on the Firth Cougars. Cardinals have 2 themselves. As Cheyenne Daniels will step to the plate. Cheyenne, a right-handed batter, waits this pitch, and this one taken and a called strike. Dominguez on deck, hoping for a chance to bat. Cardinals have had a trend of scoring 2 in every inning. Here with 1 out in the top of the 6th, they have an opportunity to do that again and more as they have runners on the corners with just that single out on the scoreboard. Pitch to the plate, chopped foul down the third base line, and the count goes to 0-2. Daniels, 1 for 2 in the game so far. Single, cut down trying to steal second base, then grounded into and forced out to third, but ended up seeing an RBI scored before being hit by a pitch her last time up and being thrown out trying to score home. Ball slapped over towards third, snared by Vasquez, who dives back to third base for the unassisted double play. Sometimes you just can't help but be in the right place at the right time, and that ends the inning as Morgan Wood didn't wait to see if the ball got by and ends up being doubled up off of the bag. Cardinals still lead at 10-9, but Firth on the comeback trail and has momentum on their side after a fantastic web gem made by Vasquez at third. On KBRV, the Co-op, we return on your home for Cardinal Athletics.
Caribou County Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by Bear Lake Dental, where their commitment is to provide you with the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle, efficient, and professional manner. Call 208-847-0153 to schedule your appointment with Bear Lake Dental.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Mountain States Insurance Company. Stop in for help with all of your insurance needs at 30 East, 2nd South next to Caribou Jackson, Soda Springs, or call 208-547-2141 and talk to an agent today. Welcome back out to Firth High School as the Soda Springs Cardinals still leading 10-9 over the Firth Cougars as Cooper Evans back out into the circle for a chance at a full inning of work. She got the final 2 outs of the 5th inning. Kept the lead intact for the Cardinals as she ended up giving up a single but got a ground ball double play on a line out back to her. Cardinals have given up only 5 hits to the Cougars. They've walked 8, though. Had 2 batters hit by a pitch, which results, if my math is correct, in 15 base runners for the Firth Cougars through 5 innings. As we get set for the bottom of the 6th, Cooper Evans continuing her warm-up pitches. She'll be facing Kelsey Cardenas, Kate Leslie, and Michaela Park as a scheduled 3 for the Cougars. Cardinals in the top of the 7th. We'll have Cheyenne Dominguez, Alicia Delaware, and Cooper Evans hopefully still with a lead behind them instead of trying to come back against a pitcher who's served to be very tough. Bailey Steele has given up some runs. In fact, 5 runs against her as almost every person she's allowed on base has come home to score. But she has been able to keep the Cougars in it, and thanks to a line-out double play, was able to get a ground ball to the left side that got her out of the inning. 2 sides talking things over right now in the right box as Cooper Evans continuing to just throw warm-up pitches. As the umpires, I think, looking at the books to check and see where the score is at. I have 10-9 on my scorebook and my score sheet. 8 runs coming across in that bottom of the 5th inning as they continue to check things over. And we'll see what the final verdict is going to be. While we wait, we're going to take a quick break and come back after this with more on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Arctic Circle of Soda Springs, where you can get burgers made from premium Black Angus beef, as well as fries and onion rings with their delicious fry sauce. Be sure to top it all off with a soft serve cone piled high and dipped with their delicious chocolate topping.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Mountain States Insurance Company. Stop in for help with all of your insurance needs at 30 East, 2nd South next to Caribou Jacks in Soda Springs, or call 208-547-2141 and talk to an agent today. We have it all figured out here once again at Firth as the discrepancy solved, and the score sits at 10-9. Cardinals still up by 1, but always those delays can seem to end up hurting one team and helping another one. And this one, it could be interesting as the Cardinals had lost momentum. Firth had the momentum before the discussion was taken over with the scorebook. And now, after about a 5 to 8 minute delay, the Cardinals will get back out and continue on here in the bottom of the 6th. So we'll see if that stopping of the momentum by the Firth Cougars helps out the Cardinals. As Cooper Evans looks in, and the first batter to face her, Kelsey Cardenas, takes the pitch upstairs for a ball. This is the other problem, as now Cooper Evans has spent a lot of times out there on the field and might have lost some of her rhythm depending on what she was doing. And the cold wind coming in as well can help tighten up a pitcher if they don't try and keep themselves warm. 2-0 now. Another pitch misses upstairs to the leadoff batter in the bottom of the 6th for the Cougars. Cooper rocks again, fires a pitch away, and the count goes to 3-0. Cardenas walked her first time up, went 1 for 2 after that. The pitch taken for a strike down the heart of the plate, and the count goes to 3-1. Really chilly wind coming out of the north here as hoodies starting to pop out, jackets starting to pop out along each of the sides. Evans again fires this pitch downstairs, and it's a leadoff walk to what represents the tying run, as down to first base goes Kelsey Cardenas. Kate Leslie, 0 for 3 so far, did reach base after a drop third strike. Will step up. The right-hander looking to put the ball in play for the first time, swings underneath the pitch, and the count goes to 0-1. Good pitch by Cooper Evans. She's got good life to the pitches she throws, and has come in and done a fairly good job. Gave up the single, as I said, on the first pitch to Vasquez, but then got the double play line out from Kylie Barker. Hallie again steps up. The right-hander winds, fires this pitch on the inside corner, and the count goes to 0-2. It's Kate Leslie behind in the count now, trying to avoid her 4th strikeout of the game. 0-2 count. Nobody out, bottom of the 6th inning, 10-9 game, as this ball flared out towards the pitcher and dropping down as she dove to try and snare it, as Cooper Evans ends up dropping instead, as Hallie Evans and Cheyenne Dominguez were there too, but Cooper Evans was the one who went for it, and it ends up dropping. That's got to go as a single, as that was a tough play for Cooper Evans, and the infield single puts runners on to first and second. Michaela Park steps up now, 0 for 2 with a walk. And again, not only is the tying run on base, the go-ahead run for the Panthers or Cougars is on base as the pitch catches the outside of the zone, and the count goes to 0-1. Bailey Mallard, Macy Adams, Bailey Steele, the next three in the order. Good news for the Cardinals as this is the bottom of the lineup. They got to work through as the ball chopped off of home plate. Stays fair. Taylor Myers, trouble picking it up, and the throw to first, not in time. As the umpire in the field's going to come over and he's going to confer with the home plate umpire. Worst comes to worst for the Cougars. It works like a sacrifice. And they are going to say safe. And so it's another infield single. On a ball that went about 10 feet out in front of home plate, and the bases are now full. And a pitch swung on, shot down the first base line. Step on the bag is Ledbetter. Tying run does come across to score as Ledbetter is able to get the 3 unassisted play on Bailey Mallard. But everybody moves up a bag, and we're all knotted up at 10 apiece on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And that go-ahead run stands just 60 feet away with Macy Adams to the plate, who has yet to record a hit, but is also yet to be put out. 2 times she's been hit by a pitch. Once she's walked. This pitch inside corner catches the zone for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Bailey Steele on deck. She's walked all 3 times. As Cooper fires a pitch, swung on and missed, and the count goes to 0-2. 10 all here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Macy Adams trying to play the hero and trying to give her team the go-ahead run as she'll chop one out towards home. Run comes across to score, and the ball dropped over at first by Ledbetter. We'll see no out recorded. Another error by the Cardinals, their 3rd of the game. And it allows another runner to reach base. And puts runners onto the corners, and the Cardinals now trail for the first time in the game. Bottom of the 6th, it's 11-10 Firth as a foul ball off the bat of Bailey Steele moves the count to 0-1. Steele, the pitcher of record now. Looks out, takes a pitch, runner goes, throw goes over to short, trying to catch the runner off of third, and instead of going to third, Hallie Evans went home, and that allowed Michaela Park to jump back to the bag. Count 0-2 on Bailey Steele. Runners now on 2nd and 3rd. 1 out, pitch to the plate. It's going to hit Steele in the left shoulder, in a painful way to load the bases, but it does it. And that's the 3rd hit batsman by the Cardinals in the game. 5th base runner allowed. Pinch runner will come out once again. And once more, it's going to be Maddie Tucker. And with 11-10 score, Cardinals again see the bases loaded with only 1 out. They've given up 10 runs in the last inning and a third as a ball flared into right field. That's going to be a long run for Delaware, who gets there with a snow cone grab. Everybody's got to return to a bag except for the runner at third, who was already tagging up. It's a sacrifice fly for Lexi Tucker to bring home an insurance run, the 3rd run of the game, and the Cardinals get the 2nd out. Cooper Evans, 1 out away from getting out of it with her team only down 2 as the ball fouled off to the left side. Count goes to 0-1. 19 pitches in the inning so far for Cooper Evans, as Emily Vasquez, who is 3 for 4 in the game, tries to keep the rally alive for the Cougars, leading 12-10. Pitch bounces up to the plate. Everybody stays where they're at as the count evens at 1-1. Cardinals came into the bottom of the 5th inning, leading 10-1. Now they trail 12-10 as the ball gets away from Taylor Myers behind the plate, and the count goes to 2-1. And runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. No more pass balls if you're the Cardinals. That allows a run to score, and they won't have to worry about it. Ball popped up. Cooper Evans calls for it, puts it away, and the out is recorded. But 3 more runs score for the Firth Cougars. They lead this one 12-10 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We'll come back with the top of your 7th inning on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
This production of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by London Drug and Grace, your good neighbor pharmacy, locally owned, locally loved.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Caribou Jack's Trading Company in Soda Springs, supplying you with everything for your home and your one-stop shop for all of your barbecue needs this spring and summer. Stop by at 50 East 2nd South in Soda Springs or call 208-547-4326 today. Welcome back out. Soda Springs Cardinals trailing 12-10 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as they need a pair of runs in order to come back and send this game any further on, as the Cardinals offense, which has been pretty successful so far this season, will step up to the batter's box. Cheyenne Dominguez, Alicia Delaware, and Cooper Evans, bottom of the order, trying to flip it around with some potential. And of that bottom of the order, they are officially 1 for 2 on the day, 2 for 3 on the day, a sacrifice bunt as well as a pair of walks that have kept things moving around, and the bottom of the order has definitely done its part in this game so far. 12-10 though, the Cardinals trailing after giving up 11 runs in the last 2 innings to the Firth Cougars.
Okay, one, start us off.
Pitch to the plate from Bailey Steele as she's out there for her 4th full inning of work. She came in the middle of the 3rd inning. Got final 2 outs there. And the pitch taken on the outside corner to Cheyenne Dominguez for a strike. Dominguez so far 1 for 2, has a sacrifice bunt, scored a run as well for the Cardinals. And the pitch to Cheyenne is swung on, belted towards short. Tucker with a tough hop, but fires back to first, and a good stretch and play made by Kate Leslie, and the first out is recorded. Well played defense by the Cougars on that one, as again a very tough hop that kicked back to her on Tucker at short on a well-struck ball by Cheyenne Dominguez. Brings up Alicia Delaware, again 1 for 1 with 2 walks in the game, and she takes the first pitch that misses off the outside, and the count goes to 1-0. Alicia has scored 3 runs so far, has a stolen base as well, and takes another pitch upstairs. It's the benefit the Cardinals have with a lot of smaller, shorter players on their team and in the roster, as it's a small strike zone to hit with some of them. As this ball slapped over towards short, backhanded by Tucker, throw back to first, too late, and it's an infield single for Delaware. Tell you what though, Tucker had no right even making that close, and she was only a step and a half behind Delaware. Another good play, but Alicia Delaware using her speed to hustle down the line, able to make her way on base. That'll bring up Cooper Evans. As Cooper so far 1 for 3 in the day, has been hit by a pitch, scored 2 runs, and has an RBI. Looking to keep things going. Cardinals currently down 12-10 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Pitch, bounce to the plate, gets away from the catcher, up to second base, goes Delaware as she slides in safely on the pass ball. Count to 1-0, Cooper Evans in favor of that count. Cooper representing the tying run. She is the one that matters at this point in time for the Cardinals. You got to find a way to bring her home. Ledbetter, the hottest bat for the Cardinals on the day, 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs on deck. Pitch swung on, laced into left field on a hop. It's going to be played and back in quickly to avoid allowing the run is the throw from Kylie Barker, as she lined herself up easily to get that one in. It's a single, though, for Cooper Evans and keeps the carousel moving with runners on the corners. And it brings up Ledbetter, who looks to try and bring home the 11th run of the game for the Cardinals and continue to progress Cooper Evans around the base paths. Cardinals looking for a come-from-behind victory. This has been the part of the year that they've struggled with whenever they trail. As a pitch strike on the corner as Ledbetter takes it. Cooper Evans gets a stolen base, brought to you by MySpace Storage, as no throw down, and the count to 0-1 on the Cardinals' first baseman. Taylor Myers stands in the on-deck circle. Another good bat for Soda Springs. Remember, the run that matters is at second. Ledbetter, if she gets on base, would represent the go-ahead run. Pitch to the plate, bunted at, popped up and played well and put out. The bunt popped up by Ledbetter and snared by the catcher as Michaela Park was quickly out of her crouch and was able to avoid the flying bat and drop it into her glove. And the Cardinals are down to their last out as Taylor Myers, who's 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts and a walk, steps to the plate. Myers has hit the ball hard 3 times, but is yet to find that open grass. Pitch from Bailey Steele, upstairs and away. Count goes to 1-0. Hallie Evans on deck, 0 for 3 as well. So both of these batters, depending on who is at the plate, looking for redemption in this game. Myers bounces one to Tucker. Big hop, gets it, throws to first, and the ball gets away from the first baseman. The error on Tucker, the first in the game for her, and erases the lead that the Cougars have as both Cooper Evans and Morgan Wood Alicia Delaware and the pinch runner for her able to come home and score on the E6. Plenty of time for Tucker to throw that as well, but could not avoid throwing it away. And we're knotted at 12 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 2 more runs brought to you by Ricky Wood and Gate City Real Estate across for the Cardinals. Brings up Hallie Evans, and the first pitch to Hallie fouled off to the left side. Go-ahead run now stands at second for the Cardinals. Hallie Evans with an 0-1 count. Morgan Wood stands on deck for the Cardinals. She's been the only batter to get on base every time with extra base hits, as Delaware has gotten singles and walks as the ball chopped over towards third, picked up by Vasquez. Good throw to first base, and the out is recorded on this one. Cardinals do strike for 2, though. They tie it back up at 12. They'll have to see if their defense can hold the rally as the Soda Springs Cardinals come to the plate, tied at 12 in the top of the 7th inning, and as we head to the bottom on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
12-12 game as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Firth with a chance to try and walk this one off and send themselves home happy with a major come-from-behind victory. The Cardinals trying to avoid seeing this one spoiled as they had a 10-1 lead after 4.5 innings of play. But the Cardinals came back, got 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning, and all they have to do is avoid giving up 1. But the toughest part of the order is coming up. Kylie Barker, who is so far 2 for 4 in the game and has hit the ball well 4 times, is going to be followed by Kelsey Cardenas, who is 1 for 2 with 2 walks, and Kate Leslie, who is 1 for 4 with a single. Good part of the order to have coming up if you're the Cougars. Michaela Park would also bat if somebody gets on base, which you would need in order to keep this inning going, in order to bring that run across. But the biggest one, Kylie Barker, the big left fielder, steps up to the plate. She has rocketed a couple of softballs away from the home plate area and has been on top of the Cardinal pitching so far today. Again, 2 for 4, but the one, a very, very sharply hit ball that was just snared by Cooper Evans for the out, and also a deep line drive into center field. First 2 pitches miss to Barker. Count to 2-0. Nobody out, bottom of the 7th. Kylie looks out from the right-handed box. Hair draped over the right shoulder. She'll swing. She's going to hit one softly up the middle off of the glove of Allie Evans, and the air will allow a leadoff runner to reach base. So the go-ahead and winning run stands at first for the Cougars, and Kelsey Cardenas will step up. Again, she's put the ball in play with a single, has scored a pair of runs, and has only been retired once with a ground out to third. Cooper Evans, first pitch way upstairs in the count to 1-0. Only strikes he's thrown was the soft liner into the middle of the diamond that was dropped by Hallie Evans. Pitch to the plate by Cooper, taken on the inside, and the count goes to 1-1. Back to first base safely on a snap throw by Taylor Myers. Has her back to the bag, and Barker able to stay safe. 1-1 count with nobody out, and the winning run, first base for the Cougars. Bottom of the 7th inning, and a swing and a miss by Cardenas has her down to the count 1-2 to Cooper Evans, who has some pitches to play with now. Ahead in the count, it's a big piece for the Cardinals when it comes to batting in the field. Evans rocks, winds once again. This pitch upstairs in the count to 2-2. Cougars have scored 8 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning when it looked like this game was all but over. Down 10-1. Sent 11 batters to the plate, and all but 3 of them scored as another pitch swung on and missed. Down goes Cardenas as she is struck out swinging for the first strikeout by Cooper Evans in the game. Evans now at 39 pitches, so no energy problems as she came in relief of Dominguez, who came in relief of Hallie Evans. As Cooper trying to close this one out for her sisters. The pitch just kept in front of her by Taylor Myers, and the count goes to 1-0 as Kate Leslie, who singled her last time up, stepped to the plate. She singled and scored. She was, in fact, the go-ahead run for the Cougars. In that last inning, 1 for 4. She struck out 3 times before that, and she chops at one that was up above her head, and the count goes to 1-1. Long game. Over 2 hours as this game started just before 4 o'clock, 6:05 now. Cooper Evans again steps to the rubber. 1-1 count with 1 out. And the pitch fouled off to the left side against the chain link fence, and the count goes to 1-2. Michaela Parker stands on deck. She's got a single and a run scored. All that back in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals have made 4 errors in the game so far. A costly one stands at first base, and they're trying to avoid having to pay that cost. Pitch swung on, chopped, foul again off the screen behind home plate, and the count stays at 1-2 for a 5th pitch. Taylor Myers adjusts the catcher's gear behind home plate. Cleans out the glove, and with a 1-2 count, looks out to Cooper Evans. Cooper rocks, fires, pitch inside and low, and the count goes to 2-2. Leslie showing a good eye, struck out 3 times, as I said, has reached base twice. Pitch to the plate, swung on, chopped over towards third, through the legs of Cheyenne Dominguez, and the inning will continue. Another error on the Cardinals as the ball comes in and goes towards the home plate area. 2 errors on the Cardinals on both of their fielders on the right side, as Dominguez has to keep that in front of her. At least keep it in front of her and get the 1 out. Now you still only have 1 out, and the winning run stands just 120 feet away. If Michaela Park can get one to the outfield, a good chance that the Cougars can score. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. 12-12 game on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And the first pitch from Cooper Evans, well up in the zone, and jumping out of her crouch to get it is Taylor Myers. It's tough to get 3 outs late in the game when a team's pressing, and it's even tougher as the ball bounced over towards second. Tag made, and the out to first is made as well. It's a double play, 4-3. The Cardinals get it. Cheyenne Daniels able to keep the Cardinals from giving up a run, and we head to the 8th inning on KBRV, the co-op. The Cardinals back at the bat as they look to try and get the lead back and hold on to it this time on the co-op, your home for Cardinal Athletics.
Caribou County Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by Bear Lake Dental, where their commitment is to provide you with the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle, efficient, and professional manner. Call 208-847-0153 to schedule your appointment with Bear Lake Dental.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Mountain States Insurance Company. Stop in for help with all of your insurance needs at 30 East, 2nd South next to Caribou Jacks in Soda Springs, or call 208-547-2141 and talk to an agent today. 12-12 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Cardinals tied up with the Firth Cougars as Firth has come back in this game, had a lead, lost it in the top of the 7th inning, and the Cardinals will now hope to continue to add to their success. Morgan Wood, Allie Schwartz, and Cheyenne Daniels will be the scheduled 3 for the Lady Cardinals as they will step up to the batter's box. Morgan Wood, maybe the most successful hitter in the day so far for the Cardinals. We talked about Ledbetter, who is 2 for 3. Morgan Wood yet to be retired. A pair of doubles. She was cut down off of third base in the line drive double play that just caught her leaking off of the third base bag. That was in the 6th inning, to look back on my notes. And here she'll be leading off the frame, representing the go-ahead run. A big one for the Cardinals as they don't want to let the bats of the Cougars come back up to the plate. All tied up at 12 here as we work in the top of the 8th inning. First extra innings game for the Cardinals this season. First extra inning games that they've had in my memory as being a broadcast. Of course, that only dates back 1 year. And it's always interesting when you get into one of these extra inning scenarios on how you approach everything, as the California tiebreaker rules will be implemented. Hallie Evans, as she was the last out in the last inning, will take her place at second base. All you got to do is just bring that runner home from second and give yourselves the go-ahead lead. Cougars will have the same opportunity with a runner on second base to start off the bottom of the 8th inning. A way to try and wrap up games quickly. So runner on second. The first pitch to Morgan Wood, chopped foul down the third base line, and count goes to 0-1 against the Cardinals left fielder. Schwartz and Cheyenne Daniels will also have chances. Somewhat surprised the Cardinals haven't laid down a bunt, or did not lay down a bunt on that one to get that run over to third. As the ball bounced to the plate, count back to 1-1. Wood has walked twice. Again, she scored a run, drove it in 2. Here just trying to keep this inning moving along as Allie Schwartz waits in the on-deck circle, trying to bring home that run off a second as well as the pitch upstairs misses and the count goes to 2-1. Got to have your eyes focused there, but the biggest thing, don't record an out. And for Hallie Evans, you got to be smart back on second base. Bailey Steele still out there, 5th inning of works, fires an off-speed pitch past Morgan Wood, who was off balance and ended up cutting underneath it, and the count evens up at 2-2 now. Pitch from Steele, upstairs to 3-2. The count goes full. To the plate comes Steele again. This pitch right down the heart of the plate. Strike 3 called, and down goes Morgan Wood on 6 pitches. Good pitch coming in from Bailey Steele for only the 2nd strikeout of the game for Cougar pitching. Brings up Allie Schwartz. Steele fires a pitch upstairs to Allie, who takes it and gets ahead in the count. 1-0. Cheyenne Daniels on deck for the Cardinals. She's had a 1-for-3 day as well. As a bunt put down by Schultz. That's a good one. Picked up by Steele. Bailey fires onto first. It gets past her. The ball was recovered by the second baseman, Macy Adams, but on base after the error on the pitcher is now Allie Schultz. And it puts Hallie Evans up ahead to third base with one out. Cheyenne Daniels will step to the plate now. Big opportunity for her as a ball in play should score a run and give the Cardinals that lead. Steele waits, looks in, rocks and fires and rolls a pitch to the plate. Scooped up, runner goes. Schultz is going to take off and make it to second base without a throw. Double play is no longer in order. 1-0 count. Cheyenne Daniels ahead in the count. Just needed to put one in play. Stands up in the batter's box and awaits Bailey Steele, who steps back into the pitcher's circle. Fires and a pitch inside, taken for a ball. Walk here would not be the worst thing for the Cougars, as it would put a force at every base, including home plate. Pitch on a 2-2 count. Called strike at the knees on the inside. Got it to bend around, and the count goes to 2-1. Dominguez waits on deck for the Cardinals. Steele again looks in. Pitch bunted at. Stays in front of home plate. That is going to not allow anybody to move. Nobody throws to first either, and it's an infield single with a no decision to throw for Cheyenne Daniels, and does load up the bases for Cheyenne Dominguez, who has a sacrifice bunt, a single, and has grounded out twice other than that. Fifth plate appearance as Dominguez will look to try and just get it into the outfield. First pitch popped up on the infield. Tucker takes charge, puts it away as the infield fly rule not only called but secured, and Dominguez cannot advance the runners, and it leaves that go-ahead run at third base with Alicia Delaware coming up. She's walked twice and singled twice. Both singles have come against Bailey Steele. A single here would do major damage as the runners will be off on contact. Pitch from Steele, upstairs and misses. A walk would be just as good with the bases full. Delaware about to face the 15th pitch of the inning and the 84th pitch from Bailey Steele in this appearance, and she swings and misses. Took a big cut at a pitch that she liked and did not realize it was the off-speed pitch until it was too late. 12-12 still in the top of the 8th inning. Extra innings here. Bases full of Cardinals. 2 outs. And Alicia Delaware with a 1-1 count. Waits the pitch. This one bounced over towards short. Picked up by Tucker. She'll come home with it. And the out recorded. The inning is over, and the Cardinals fail to strike. The Cougars will be coming up to the plate next. They'll have their own opportunity to try and cut into the lead and give themselves a victory, as it's tied up at 12 on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
This production of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by London Drug and Grace, your good neighbor pharmacy, locally owned, locally loved.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Caribou Jack's Trading Company in Soda Springs, supplying you with everything for your home and your one-stop shop for all of your barbecue needs this spring and summer. Stop by at 50 East 2nd South in Soda Springs or call 208-547-4326 today. Welcome back out to Firth, Idaho on KBRV The Co-op. Firth Cougars will be sending Michaela Park out to second base as California tiebreaker rules once again will be initiated. And the winning run for the Cougars after the Cardinals failed to score in the top of the 8th will be standing at second base with nobody out. And Bailey Mallard, Macy Adams, and Bailey Steele, the scheduled 3 for the Firth Cougars. And one run walks it off, as that's all the Cougars can be thinking about. That's the run that matters if you're Cardinals or Cougars fans. Cooper Evans back out into the circle again. She's out for her 4th inning of work. And excuse me, this will work to her 3rd as the first pitch taken for a ball as Bailey Mallard gets ahead in the count. Cooper Evans working in relief of Dominguez, who came in for her sister Hallie Evans. As a pitch, a strike, catches the belt, and the count goes to 1-1. Cooper stares in once again, rocks back, fires, and this pitch bounced up to the plate. Count goes to 2-1, and Bailey Mallard getting herself ahead in the count. Cooper Evans has not given up a hit since Michaela Park did so back in the 7th. Pitch upstairs misses. Count goes to 3-1. That being said, there have been 3 errors in the field behind her since then. Pitch to the plate. Inside and ball 4, and it's a walk to put runners at 1st and 2nd for the Cougars, with Macy Adams coming up to the plate. She's walked, hit by a pitch twice, and reached on an error, yet to be retired. That error was a dropped reception by Ledbetter as a pitch catches the knees, and Cooper Evans gets ahead in the count, 0-1. Big pitch there by Cooper Evans is, again, just trying to keep yourself ahead and don't give up the walks. That first walk, again, sets up a force at any base, so again, not the worst thing in the world as this pitch misses, but this walk would load the bases. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, chopped over towards 3rd. Flip back to 3rd, not in time as the ball didn't beat her. The play was the right play, but sliding in just ahead was Michaela Park, and it's an infield single as the throw was just late. And Bailey Steele will step up. Ball in play, wins it for the Cougars unless it's a pop-up. Runners on every base, nobody out, bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch to the plate, swung on, that's into shallow center field. Allie Schwartz drifts back, makes the out, throw to the plate, lined and gunned, but late. And the Firth Cougars on a sacrifice fly by Bailey Steele come away with a come-from-behind victory as they win this one 13-12 over the Soda Springs Cardinals, and this one a definite disappointment for the Lady Cards. We'll take a break. We'll try and wrap up all the numbers on this one when we come back on KBRV The Co-op and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of April 13th through the 19th in Soda Springs. Bone-in spiral sliced ham is just $1.19 a pound. Riverside whole turkey can be bought for 79 cents a pound while supplies last. 1 pound packages of strawberries cost just $1.47. Navel oranges are 59 cents for a pound. Red, green, gold, or orange bell peppers are just 99 cents each. And those are just some of your Lalaton's food specials this week in Soda Springs.
Caribou County Athletics are being brought to you by Bear River Head Start, where they are now accepting applications for preschool. Call 435-755-0181 and enroll your 3- or 4-year-old children today.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Troy Young Plumbing and Heating. Call 208-221-0581 for all your plumbing needs, including new installs and remodels, repairs, furnace installation, and more. This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, We offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of April 13th through the 19th in Soda Springs. Bone-in spiral sliced ham is just $1.19 a pound. Riverside whole turkey can be bought for 79 cents a pound while supplies last. 1 pound packages of strawberries cost just $1.47. Navel oranges are 59 cents for a pound. Red, green, gold, or orange bell peppers are just 99 cents each. And those are just some of your Lalaton's food specials this week in Soda Springs.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Troy Young Plumbing and Heating. Call 208-221-0581 for all your plumbing needs, including new installs and remodels, repairs, furnace installation, and more.
Disappointing finish for the Soda Springs Cardinals as they fall to the Firth Cougars by a final score of 13-12 in 8 innings as the Cougars were able to push across the final run on a sacrifice fly by Bailey Steele. For Cooper Evans, she comes in and takes the loss. She pitched 3 full innings of work, coming in relief of her sister who pitched 4 1/3. Hallie Evans gives up 7 runs. All 7 of those were earned. Dominguez came in. She gave up 2 runs on 2 walks. Both of those came around to score as Cooper Evans came in to replace her. She gave up 4 runs. Of those runs, only 3 of them were earned, but the Cardinals definitely falling in a game where they should have come away with a victory. They had a 10-1 lead after 4.5 innings of play and watched as the Firth Cougars were able to fight their way back into this one. As far as the bats go for the Cardinals, they were led on the day by Alicia Delaware, 2 for 3 with 4 runs scored. 1 for 4 went Cheyenne Dominguez. She had a run scored as well. Cheyenne Daniels went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Allie Schultz went 1 for 5 with a run in the game, reached base 3 times thanks to several errors by the Firth Cougars. Morgan Wood went 2 for 3, reached base 4 times, struck out looking, though, to lead off the top of the 8th inning in an important situation. Did have a run and 2 RBIs in the game. Cannot discredit what she was able to do for the Cardinals in today's contest as she got them off to that fine start when they were able to get that 10-1 lead. Hallie Evans went 0 for 4. Taylor Myers 0 for 4. Did score a run as she led off the game with a walk. Haley Ledbetter went 2 for 4 with a run and 3 RBIs. Cooper Evans reversed that, 2 for 4 with 3 runs and an RBI to her credit. That wraps up your scoring for the Cardinals as we will head into our sports update. Lander Matthews from the Soda Springs golf team will chat with us now on KBRV, the co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Caleb Berggraf joined here with Lander Matthews from the Soda Springs golf team at Lander. First of all, the season has been starting to pick up a little bit of steam. Are you happy to start to really get into that tournament rhythm and start to get into that schedule that has guys playing more than just once every other couple of days?
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to start practicing actually on a course instead of in a gym hitting little wiffle balls. It's really not the same as coming out and actually being able to play for real.
The team this year is still pretty small as far as the amount of kids that have been coming out for playing golf, but you guys have some good players between yourself, James Selos, also Tyler over on the girls' side. There's plenty of chances to make some impressions. What exactly are some of the goals as a team this year for you three and for even the other boys that are here?
So myself and James, both our goals have to be 70s to go to state as a team, and then there's another boy, Dakota Bybee. He has to be in the 80s. And then Tyler Landike will probably have to be low hundreds, 90s, and that's our goal so we can go to state as a team. And then Tyler, she's just in it for the win. There's nothing else for her but winning, so yeah.
When you think about it for yourself, you've been having some struggles in the early season. What have been some of the causes for that you've been able to pinpoint? Have you been able to really dissect your game to the point where you figured out where you're struggling?
Yeah, I really have been. At the start of the season, was hitting hard right. I just came out here, hit like 3 balls right before. I'm practicing more short game and hit them really straight. I'm really happy to get out and play after I practiced today.
when you guys go into competition and actually get out there and start to be able to play, the teams that you guys go against have a lot of talent as well this year. The district is pretty stacked when you look at Grace, Aberdeen, Bear Lake all being able to win tournaments. Does that help when you know there's not going to be an easy weekend?
Yeah, kind of. You want to strive to be better than other people, even though there's a lot of really good kids out there that shoot 70s, 60s, and you just got to strive to be the best you, honestly. That's all you can do.
The season is really short when it comes to golf as well. Do you like that compact season where it's really quick and it's just a burst of it, or would you rather be able to play a little bit further into the summer?
I'd love to be able to play farther into the summer. I have nothing to do. Like, if we had a fall season at the start of the year, I think it'd be a lot better so we could practice throughout the summer, then come in ready to play. But where it's starting more in the spring, there's still like a lot of winter issues here.
Once you get your game figured out, what are some goals that you set for yourself this year? What are some places you want to get to, or some scores you want to achieve?
I was thinking probably mid-70s with like less than, I don't know, like 30 putts, like around 30 putts would be a good goal for me.
Well, we appreciate you talking with us, Lander, and we'll wish you the best of luck on reaching those goals, and hopefully you and the Cardinals will have something to say about going to state.
Okay, thank you.
That was Lander Matthews joining us on our post-game show. I want to thank you for tuning into this edition of Cardinal Athletics on KBRV 800 AM and online at mylocalradio.com. Cardinal boys fall 3-1 on the baseball diamond. Girls fall in a heartbreaker as they end up dropping this one by a score of 13-12 in 8 innings. This broadcast has been brought to you by Monsanto, Silver Star Communications, Hunsaker Ford, and by Cook Brothers Broadcasting. The proceeding has been a presentation of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, and no portion of the preceding production can be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. We'd also like to thank Office Manager Kayleen Anderson, Website Manager Garrett Wharf, and General Photographer Warren Cook. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors and to all of you for tuning in and supporting athletics on KBRV. Be sure to visit mylocalradio.com for full recaps of this game, as well as for archived copies of this and other games, and for photos and recaps of past contests. Until the next time the Cardinals take to the field tomorrow when they take on Bear Lake, we'll be doing the baseball game starting at 3:30 on your home for Cardinal Athletics, KBRV, the Co-op.